Turn to course. 019. Hell my.
And before we launch a single aircraft, we're going to get on course. So, oh man, I got to write down a new time code because we haven't started recording yet. I talked to the developers. I talked to Julium, and I believe Martin was the other guy. And I pointed out that once your aircraft carrier, or any ship, but the aircraft carrier is the problem, starts air operations, recovering aircraft that can take forever, you cannot stop it until it's done. That's a huge problem. Why? Why is that a huge problem, you ask yourself? It's because there could be a submarine out there that shoots a torpedo at you while you're doing air ops. And how are you going to evade that torpedo by changing course and speed if you're recovering aircraft? So you need to be able to have the ability, and I hope they add this, to pause or suspend or cancel air operations immediately so you can maneuver the ship and then continue air ops. You know, just tell everybody to hang out in the freaking pattern. And if you don't have fuel, eject. I'd rather lose a plane than my aircraft carrier to a torpedo. If you lose your plane to a torpedo, that's pretty impressive. I'd make a video of that. That'd be good. I'd be like, damn. All right, what time is it? I don't even know. Man, we're already 12 minutes in. What the hell? Okay, we got to get going. We're going to be here all fucking day. Jesus Christ, Aaron. Stop wasting everyone's time. And my time, too. Okay. Are we ready? I think we're ready. All right, so here's the... Man, ow. Man, that's weird. My ear hurts. I got earache. Okay. That's better. You ready to start? I think we're ready to start. Okay. Cameras, everything's good. Recording's good. Okay. We're good. That's how the sausage is made, everybody. Okay. Yes. We're going to do that. We're going to start right here. All right. Damn it. All right. Fine. Video starts time 13. All right. Let's go. We're doing it for real this time. It's starting. This is my process. This is how I think. So, yeah, just get used to it. This is how I live my life. Okay, ready? Let's do this. Welcome to Caribbean Crisis, everybody. Today we're doing 2 aircraft carrier operations against the largest Red Banner Soviet fleet they could muster up in 1983. This is a very complex, long scenario that I'm going to show you today. It takes place in the Straits of Florida. That's the little body of water between Cuba and Florida here in the Bahamas. And the scenario is Russia's going to invade Florida because that's what they're up to. That's how they do Cold War stuff. And so there is an enormous red fleet somewhere in the Atlantic. And our objective is to prevent them from even approaching the coast. Not to prevent the invasion, but to sink them before they get within strike range. And some of their land attack missiles can shoot over 100 kilometers. So we got to be quick. We got to find these guys, and we got to start destroying this enormous landing fleet. We have 2 aircraft carriers do that. We got a couple of B-52 bombers coming out of Ingalls Air Force Base to help us out. And I'm really hoping I can reload these guys and use them over and over again. We will see if we have the air assets for that. So let's go ahead and unpause the game and get started. The first thing I did was do a course change, and so we're going to wait for the course change to finish, and then we're going to begin air operations. Air operations will probably be continuous the entire time. While the fleet changes course, we're going to go ahead and get our submarines moving north.
0, turn to course. 007. Hell my.
Let's see what our total depth is here. Oof. Okay, 2,000 feet. Excellent. So we're going to go deep
Make my depth. 5,
and fast,
5,
baby.
6. Dive
Deep
eye.
and fast. That's how we like it.
Ahead standard.
Standard.
Maneuvering eye.
Deep.
Make my depth.
Fast.
Ahead standard.
Oh, no.
Maneuvering eye.
Deep.
Make my depth. 5,
Fast,
5,
fast,
6. Ahead standard.
All right, so we're getting our submarines up. We already got a P3 out here doing this P3 thing. I'm not even going to mess with that. Let's take a look at our flight deck. So we have a couple F-15s. Excellent. How many P3s do we have? Okay. We're going to... Yeah, anti-ship heavy. We only have 2. That sucks. Okay. Let's launch those guys. What's this guy got on him here? Oh, yeah. The swamplands of Florida. I recognize this place. That's Port Canaveral right there. I think. Yeah, Port Canaveral. Okay. Let's go up here. These guys are looking good. These guys are full of Harpoon missiles and bad intentions, and I like them like that. All right, looks like our course is set, so let's get some air. Operations commenced. Okay, so we need 2, no, 4. 4 of those, and then we need our E2. We need 2 of our electronic warfare planes. I would put up a tanker if they had tankers in this game, but they do not. Okay, that's enough for 1. Our second aircraft carrier is the Eisenhower, who is still maneuvering. Get your act together. Why are you still maneuvering? What's going on here? We want to make sure that they're going in the right direction before we start doing air ops with them. Why are you fishtailing? What is going on? I need you to be normal. This is weird.
On station.
Come on, baby. Give me a steady course, please.
On station.
Oh, that's odd. This is odd behavior. Okay, I don't even care. Let's go. I just need those planes in the air, buddy. Give me 4 of those. Give me another AWACS. Give me, and then we're gonna start. We got to start doing, A6s. Yeah, with the anti-ship heavy. Give me 4 of those, and we're gonna start punching Soviet ships as soon as we find them. Okay, this could be a lot of aircraft management, but this is what I signed up for, so I'm okay with that. Fleet looks great.
On station.
I look great. Look at me. Aaron in a box.
On station.
He's still. So I've run into problems if you give orders while the planes are still on the carrier deck. So I like to make sure that not only are they in the air, but they're also formed up. This guy's not formed up yet. Oh, does that? I wonder if that goes over my head. Oh, it does not. Okay. Good. Oof. Yay, he's in the air. Let's get you immediately to 34,000 feet.
Altitude, Roger. Turn 079. New air. Contact detected.
Yep.
New
We're going to have a lot of new contacts.
New
Just
air.
bear with me
Contact detected.
while we get through this. You're going to be 30,000
Roger.
feet.
Go to altitude 200. Roger. Turn 079. New surface contact detected.
All right, so these are my electronic warfare
New
planes.
Surface contact detected. New surface contact detected.
We're going to split up this formation.
Multiple surface contacts detected. Roger, turn 065. Roger, turn 128.
Okay. Go ahead and get their turn on their music here. There we go. Start jamming. Jamming the general directions that I believe the enemy's in. All right, is he up? He's up. Okay, I want you to...
VID track.
let's start asking these guys who they are over the radio. Hopefully they identify themselves like that trawler just did.
See your bandits.
We already got airborne problems. There's my second AWACS.
Roger, go to altitude 35000. Roger, turn 104.
Let's turn on his radars.
Air search on. Radar eye.
Cupcake Flight 1. There we go. Well, we got a lot of aircraft overhead. Let's get these guys to 20,000 feet.
Go to altitude 200. Roger, turn 19.
Okay, so that's the first batch. Oh, these are attack planes. That's not what we want to do with them.
Roger, turn 075.
Let's put them down at 3,000 feet.
Roger, go to altitude 300.
There's my second flight of F-14s. Here they are. This is the one that I wanted to put at 20,000.
Go to altitude 2. Roger, turn 194.
Okay, everybody's up. We're moving our submarines up. Where's our P3s at? These guys, we'll get our P3s up to 6,000 feet.
Go to altitude. Roger, turn 103.
And then finally, where are my bombers at? There they are. So I'm going to have them speed up.
Roger, Buster.
All right, so we do have some radar planes down here. These are Russian recon planes. The Tu-95 reconnaissance variant. They have a strong surface search radar called Big Bulge, which is this big bulge on the belly. 259 nautical mile range, but it's a surface search radar. I always believed that they had an air search radar, but according to this, they don't. Oh, there it is. Yeah, fantastic. They do. Okay, yeah. And but it's only, oh, that's right. This is for the gun that's in the back. It's only a 10 nautical mile. It's basically a fire control radar. Yeah. They do have an RWR, which is basically ESM. So, yeah, interesting. Can't believe I've been wrong about that for a long time. Okay, it's time to get our second batch of airplanes up. So let's go here. Let's go to the Nimitz flight deck and 4 long range. The long range only has 1 Phoenix, and that's probably enough. I think we're going to be dealing with a lot of... actually, if there's a fleet, we're going to have a lot of helicopters. So let's, for the Eisenhower, let's bring up... the F-14s, but I want them to have the long range, the heavy intercept variant, which is 4 Phoenixes per plane, that's a lot. That's huge. Yeah. All right, so we're going to get another batch. So we've got 4 wings of cap out there. We have 2 radar planes. We have 2 jamming planes. We have 1 attack one attack flight already en route to the east here. We have an ASW search up here. I don't know why these waypoints are pre-programmed. This was done by the scenario editor, developer, creator. So I'm going to leave that the same because maybe there's some kind of event up here. This is just very random. Let's make sure our P3s are actually moving. They are. Okay. So somewhere over here, I expect there to be Russians. I'm kind of surprised that they're flying out of Cuba, but I believe in this scenario, Cuba is basically Russia. Oh, here we go. What's this?
Air. Contact detected.
252 knots. That could be a civilian plane.
Bandits.
Yeah. All right, so we're jamming down this way. You guys are at 20,000 feet, right? This is my first cap flight. These guys are going to go over Andros Island. This is Andros Island, one of the largest islands in Bahamas. I believe it is the largest. Small Navy base. Right about, I think it's right about here, right in this area. We did a lot of war games. This is basically a Navy testing range.
Contact detected.
Shot a lot of torpedoes in this range. Cupcake.
7015 is classified. Hostile radar.
hostile radar. So I could go down and put a weapon on that, but check this out. This radar, this is the Song 9. The range of this radar is like 30 miles. Like, what is the purpose of that, right? So I'm not even going to worry about that. The radar means nothing. All right, so here's our AWACS. Radar is on. So is this my heavy flight? No, this is not a heavy flight. So they're going to go up to 20,000 feet.
Roger, go to altitude 20.
And just kind of come over. Yeah, I want to kind of keep them in front of the...
Turn 070.
And we'll put them at 10,000 feet.
Roger, go to altitude.
We're going to stack our defense in altitude.
0.
And this is my heavy flight here. These are the guys that have all the Phoenix missiles right here. Make sure they're formed up enough for me. And because they have the Phoenix, we will be putting them at 20,000.
Roger, go to altitude 20.
We're going to send them out this way.
Turn 074.
So the scenario creator had initially our dual carrier fleet heading through this gap between these islands. So I think that's where the Russians are, like, in this direction. I am going to deal with these guys down to the south. These guys are probably providing targeting data to whatever red assets are in the area. Should get some ASW planes up as well. Let me, yeah, we'll get 2 of those. We'll take 2 of the Vikings in an ASW configuration and just launch those. I'm sure there's Russian submarines all up and down the Florida Strait here. I'm sure that's going to be an issue.
On station.
Who's on station? Who was that? Scout 1-1. Oh, it's one of my, that's not my electronic warfare plane. Is it one of my radar planes, maybe? Yeah. All right, send a radar plane out to here.
075.
So this guy's coming right for us, but he's doing it really slow, so I'm not too worried about him. Let's see if he'll tell us who he is on the radar, on the radio rather.
On station.
All right, lots of people on station.
Multiple air contacts detected.
Okay, somebody just took off. Rook is on station. We have good cap over the straits. Let's figure out who these are. Oh shit. Okay.
Roger. Turn 0.
Flight 142. 142. Let's find you guys. That's the flight there. Okay. Ghost Rider, let's begin popping these guys out here. All right, let's do this.
Engaging track 70.
They've only got 1 Phoenix missile apiece. I just want to get the Phoenix missile off the deck, off the plane.
19.
This will greatly improve their combat ability.
Engaging track Fox 3.
Beautiful. That's what we want to see. They dropped their tanks, shooting their heavy-ass missile. Now they're much more nimble. Flight lead, I did not shoot the Phoenix of. In the game, when you shoot flight leads missiles, the entire flight does the same thing. I don't like that, but that's the way it works. I didn't want to shoot 4 Phoenixes at one plane. Now that he's the only one that has a Phoenix, I can go to him, which is what I'm doing right. That's behind my head, sorry. You guys can't see it.
Fox 3.
Where's flight lead at? Well, that's weird. Oh, he's by himself. You should stay with your own flight, man. That's odd. I think the reason why they did that is because they launched the Phoenixes, the 3 back there did. And so their Rio is guiding the missile during this part of the flight. It isn't until the last 25% of the flight, if it's a long shot, does the missile itself take over. So we'll watch this happen. If these are fighters, which is what I think, I don't expect to get any hits, honestly. If you get shot down by a Phoenix missile in, you know, a second or third generation fighter, that's on you. You know, you're just not very good at your job. All right, so the missiles are arcing over. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in a little bit. Yeah. We're coming down from space like a hammer on top of these guys. You can see their contrails. They're already evading. So out of the first 3 missiles, we'll see how many hits we get. Yeah. Not good, not good. That was a miss.
7018 is history.
Okay, looks like we got 1 hit out of the first 3. This is Flight Lead's missile here. This is looking good.
Splash track.
All right, so we got 2 of them.
7.
Let's go ahead and follow this up.
Weapon error. Bad track type.
Whoops, I gave him the wrong weapon. I meant to do this one.
Engaging track 7020. Engaging track 7020. Engage track 7019.
These beautiful planes.
On station.
That's a pretty girl right there. Big engines. Fat engines. Thick engines. What are we shooting down anyway? We don't even know.
On station.
We just know they're hostile. Oh, it's a MiG-29. Wow. You got a MiG-29 with a Phoenix. That's highly unlikely.
Fox 1.
That's probably why we missed 2 out of the 4. Now this missile here has a much better chance of shooting down a MiG. Yeah. Look at this thing. It's very similar in appearance to the AMRAAM. No. The anti-radiation missile has big fins like that.
Kill track 7020.
You guys are...
Engaging track 7016. Engage track 7019. On station. Fox 1. Engage track.
Why is this shot down MiG still in formation?
9.
I mean, that's a pretty good pilot that can fall in formation. I'm really impressed with
Fox
that.
1.
Oh, look at these anti-ship missiles he's got. Yeah. It's a flogger.
Kill track 70. Roger.
Oh, that was MiG-23, not 29. Okay. That makes a lot more sense. Hitting a MiG-23 with a Phoenix missile is kind of what... Yeah. I'm surprised we didn't get all 4 hits, actually. Okay. Good job. Good job, Flight 142. Everybody's got to form back up. Let's get you guys back.
Roger. Turn 062.
They still have plenty of weapons. Okay, cool. Everybody's forming back up. So there is something down to the south. Some trouble down there. There's Brooke.
Roger. Turn 302.
My radar plane, he's trying to catch up. There's my ASW planes.
Roger, turn 025.
So my submarines are traveling so fast, they're essentially blind. So I'm going to protect them with this ASW flight that I just redirected to the north. That's the purpose of that. This is a problem. Oh, okay. I need some more planes. Here we go. Let's grab these two guys. Where are they going? And then this guy. Okay. So this flight here, I need you guys to come down here because this plane is. We're well within radar range. He's already got us. There's nothing I can do to stop that. There's just their radars are so long range. Actually, let's make this a 50 nautical mile circle. Grab it here. Okay. That way, I've got some reference on my screen for what we're doing. These guys at 20, yeah. So, what this flight here is going to do is take out this radar plane to the south. I'm going to start kind of angling them down that way a little bit.
Roger, turn 099.
Calling down that way. That'll be a good intercept course. The Phoenix missile's got like a 70 or to 80 nautical mile range. It's really long. And it's designed to shoot down these big, fat, slow bombers. Like this guy right here is the perfect target for a Phoenix. It'll break that wing in half. And then good luck trying to fly on two propellers. And one wing.
On station.
It ain't gonna work, man. Let's take a look at... I want to take a look at my formation, make sure that everybody's sailing the right direction. He looks like he's got his stuff together now. Okay. Because whenever we start recovering aircraft, we're not going to be able to turn these guys, like I said in the beginning. And I think that's a real limitation that they need to fix. But it's probably not that high a priority, honestly. So if you are watching this on the YouTubes, we are broadcasting this live on Twitch, so I'll be addressing the audience a little bit here. If you didn't know we had a Twitch channel, we do. The reason why we're doing this live is, one, it's a very long scenario.
On station.
And I owed you guys a video today, so I was like, let's just do it live. You guys will see the broadcast, and then I'll edit this later. Why is this guy not in formation? Oh, that's why. Doggone it. That would be why. I told him not to be in formation. So, return to formation.
Return into formation.
And let's get VF Flight 41 as a flight. Come over here. There we go. That's what I wanted you to do.
4.
And then this one here. It's confusing that there's two flight VF-41s. All right, we have all the pieces on the chessboard where I want them. Now it's just a matter of time. So we'll read chat. I didn't think about how I'm going to do this. I probably should have thought of that. Let me do this up here. I'm going to bring chat over to here. Okay. So whenever I'm looking up, I'm looking at chat.
Bandits.
Hey, Tricky Tricker, how's it going, buddy? Welcome to my stream. Oh, we have a lot of people here. Wow. Welcome. This is me recording a YouTube video. The end. That was the whole statement. I know I said that like I was going to say something else, but then I changed my mind. Yeah, so that was it. What is this? Oh, this is probably a radar plane too. All right, so VF-142. Do we have any Phoenix missiles left on this flight? Where's it at? No, none at all.
New surface contact detected.
All right, so this whole flight needs to come down to here.
Roger. Turn 211.
Is this my A7? Yeah, he needs to get his rear in gear.
Roger. Turn 124.
All right, let's get wild here. Let's do this. I want to launch a large anti-ship attack. We don't even have any ships on the radar yet, but we know we're going to have a bunch. So I'm going to go ahead and get 2 more wings up. 2 more wings. I keep saying wings. 2 more flights. I got to use the right words, or else I'll be called out on it online. And I don't like that. People are mean. I don't use the right words. They're like, you're so dumb. I'm like, no, I'm not. That's my defense for that. What's this? What the hell is this? What flight is this? Hold on. This is flight 142. It's a 2-ship. Yeah, I'm not very good at managing aircraft, apparently. Because I have no idea what these 2 guys are doing. Do you guys not have any weapons or something? I mean, why are you off your... What the hell? Okay, yeah, you guys need to land. What? Okay. Oh, yeah. Those guys that were Winchester. Okay. I had forgot about them. So flight 41 here needs a new direction. Yeah. You guys need to kind of come over here. I'm trying to get these radar planes so that we stop being detected. Okay. Yeah, we're hunting pirate ships. There's supposed to be a huge Russian fleet somewhere in the Atlantic. I'm going to be really surprised if it's down here in the strait. I'm also going to be out of position if it's down there. We don't want that. Why is my radar plane so slow? Like, we should put faster engines on this thing. It is kind of cool looking, though. Big old disc. Spinning around. Doing radar things. Alright, we're going to compress a little bit of time here because we're just waiting on everybody to get on station. Anytime I compress time, I'll generally go to this map. If there's missiles in the air, you don't want to go above 3 to 5 times because I've seen missiles that should have hit miss, and I think it was because I was in too much time compression. What's our range? Give me my range circle. Yeah, he's getting within range now, so let's go ahead and peel off one of our fighters here. I've got 2 flights with the same name, and it's really distracting. What the hell? Is this guy a 1-ship? Is he by himself now? Oh, he is. Oh, my God.
New surface contact detected.
Well, actually, that makes this a lot easier.
Track 7. Engage track 7003.
There we go. Okay, so we got, this is a shipborne radar. Probably getting some detections on that. I don't know what we're about to shoot down. It'll be interesting to see what this is. Yeah. I don't know if you would call this reconnaissance in force. What's the military term for shooting things down and then identifying it? What's that word? Because that's what's happening right now. All I know is that it's red. If it's red, we shoot it.
Fox 1.
Fox 1. Go get him. Yeah, he's not dodging that. Not happening.
Station.
On station. Okay, those are my attack flights. I need to go manage them. Let's see. Let's make sure we get this hit first. He's going to be in a bad position by himself if this doesn't hit. Which is why we're watching this. Shoot first, ask questions later. Yeah, that's kind of like, that's my principle here. If the radar operator said it's a red contact, we shoot it. I'm a simple man. Come on, baby, give me a hit. It's merging. Oh, no, it missed.
Multiple surface contacts.
All right, I'll tell you what. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go...
Air search off. Roger, RTB.
No. Engage
Track
with a...
7-0. Engaging track 7003. Track 70.
Yeah, turn back in. You got plenty of fuel.
Is classified. Hostile.
Oh, it's an IL-38. This is an anti-submarine plane. This is the Russian version of the P-3 because they stole it from us. Bastards. So the old Soviet Union did what China does now. Take our designs and make their version of it. This is I believe that's called wet eye. Let's see if I'm wrong. Let's see how right I am. Yeah, wet eye. There we go. This thing is designed to detect periscopes sticking out of the water. That's how sensitive it is. I think is it X-band? Yeah, it's an X-band radar.
Fox 2.
Ooh. Now listen, if you can't shoot down this thing with a Sidewinder, I don't want you in my Navy. You can just go ahead and land in Cuba. Yeah, there it goes. That was a long shot, dude. Why did you shoot from so far away? Is this missile gonna have the energy to hit it? It might. Yeah. Okay.
Track 7003.
Oh, that looks like fun.
History.
Or horrifying. You know. At least he's got a parachute. I think there's more than 2 people. Okay, there we go. Yeah, there's probably 3 people in that plane. 4. Okay. Yeah, he's got RTB now, I think. Yeah. Let's make sure he's got the orders to RTB. So that's one whole flight done. Let's get on our attack flights. You guys got to get out here.
Turn 07. Roger. Turn 074.
I'm going to start chucking harpoons in this general vicinity. Tell me you guys got a Phoenix missile. Yes. All right. Whenever this guy gets in that red circle, he goes away. What do you guys have? Single shot? Yep. Take him out. I'm hoping to heaven that I can shoot these radar planes down before that surface fleet shoots them. Because it's probably got a ton of anti-ship missiles, and the Russian anti-ship missiles outrange us, outperform our missiles all the way around. Speed, range, the whole kit. They're just better, and they have a lot of them. Like the Slava has what, 16 SSN-12s. The Kirov will have 20 SSN-19s. If there's an Oscar, they'll have 24 SSN-19s. So you get above 50 missiles coming at you at once. That's a bad day for any kind of air defense officer. Oh, here we go. All right, let's split these guys up. This is Scout 1-1. We're going to disband this formation. Break those guys apart. I want one guy to come there. Second guy goes there. These guys are going to make sure that our submarines don't get snuck up on.
On station.
Oh, why'd you do that? Okay, that's done. Okay, I suppose that's fine.
Roger that.
So this Florida Strait, the current here is like, it goes north at like 10 knots. It's really fast. Well, 6 knots. So, like, if you get out here in a boat and you're motoring to Bahamas, you got to kind of crab. You have to point southeast to go east, because the water that flows from the Caribbean past this little choke point is very high current. It's one of the highest in the world right here. And it's like the beginning of the Gulf Stream as well. Now, once it gets past this choke point and it opens up a little bit, it's not as bad. But the set and drift to the north is nuts. Oh, hey, missile time. Let's watch this guy hit this plane. Say goodbye to your radar. I'm writing checks. I hope they cash. I hope they don't bounce. Yeah, that didn't do you any good, did it? That's right. America. Phoenix missile. Bye-bye.
7001.
Wonder if your parachutes work. Nope. Too bad. Okay. Let's get to the next flight. All right, so this entire flight, we're going to turn on their radar.
Air search on. Radar high.
Apparently this Tu-95 is so far away from us
On station.
that our aviation planes can't track it. Oh, this is awesome.
Roger. Turn 074.
All right. So you guys are at 20,000, 10,000 in loitering. They're in fuel saving mode, which is what I want them to be. Awesome. Okay. I mean, I could go bomb that radar, but I don't want to risk a plane to do it. There's no benefit to it. This radar is so short range. Ooh, what is that?
Buoy away.
What the? They took this design too? Come on! What the hell is this? This is a Russian AWACS. You can't take our disc plane, man. That's just wrong. Ah, this is not as good. Wow. Do you know what they did? This looks like an S-3 Viking with a radar on top. Man.
Buoy away.
That's bullcrap right there. Anyway, he's only got 160 nautical mile range. We are nowhere near that. We're 200 miles away. So, I'm not worried about him. Ooh, I think he's within missile range now. Let's check. Double check. Single shot. Yeah, take him out. Boom.
Engaging track.
So if we blind them,
702.
they can't shoot at us. That's what I'm going with. Oh, I missed the shot, didn't I? Doggone it. I want to watch the missile launch. I think it was that guy that launched. That's why he's kind of out of formation here. Why did we lose? Uh-oh. Oh, did they turn their radar off? That's interesting. Oh, that's really cool. Okay, so we're not dealing with a dumb AI. They're actually doing smart things. That's cool. Now, I need them to be more dumb so that I look good on Twitch, all right? That's the gentleman's agreement we have here. Go back to making mistakes for me, please. What's today's objective? Today's objective is to sink the Red Fleet. The entire Soviet fleet is somewhere to our east. We're going to identify them and send them to Davy Jones. The time limit is to do so before they get within missile range of Florida, which, depending on the missile, I'm just going to say 100 kilometers.
013 is classified.
That's our objective today. Hey, we finally identified a plane or a ship.
On station.
You dummy.
Roger. Turn 264.
This is my little recon plane. He doesn't have any other job other than watch ships, so I'm going to keep him busy. This is the Admiral's son. He's not a very good pilot. That's why we stuck him in the A7. He can't really hurt anybody with this thing because it doesn't have any weapons. It's just got a couple cameras. He's not a very good photographer, but we don't tell him that. We're like, thank you for the photos. Now go back to the ready room and have your coffee.
New air contact.
What can you do? It's nepotism, right?
Vampire.
Holy shit!
Bearing
Oh, we're
7,
gonna die!
5. Multiple hostile
Oh,
air
shit.
contacts detected.
Oh, come on. All right, so they've already launched an attack on the fleet. How did they get so close? Man. That's bullcrap. Okay, you go there. We gotta start jamming these radars.
Roger.
So you go there.
002.
Engage this general direction. Come on. There we go. All right, so they're already shooting SSN what? What are these? SSN 19s. All right, so SSN-19, that's a shipwreck missile. This is from the Kirov, so there's definitely a Kirov out there. Or it could be an Oscar. Yeah, either one. How many did he shoot? How many? Oh, pause. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to say 8. Okay, that doesn't really help us. That doesn't really help us. So they got first shot off, anti-ship shot.
Booey, vampire.
Yeah. Calm down. We already know.
Multiple hostile air contacts detected.
Listen, Cupcake.
Roger.
Need you to get closer.
081. Multiple hostile air contacts detected.
I know
Air
why.
search on.
These knuckleheads didn't have the radar on, and that's my fault.
Booey away.
All right, so we're going to be jamming them. This P3 flight that's coming down.
Booey, vampire.
I need them to be, like,
Bearing
down to
7,
here.
6.
All right, this is the last of the radar planes that we know about.
Away.
This is why we got shot, was this knucklehead right here. Oh, crap. What the?
On buoy away. Engaging track.
Where's my other flight at?
Vampire. Bearing 7-5. Surface search on. Air search on. Radar eye. Air search. Surface. Transmit active sonar. Buoy away. Air search. Transmit active sonar. Sonar eye. Air
No
search-
sense being MCON at this point.
Transmit active sonar. Sonar eye. Air on station. Air surface search on. Radar eye. Air
Whenever I told the fleet to turn on their radar, they should have all done it, but they
Buoy
didn't.
away.
So I'm going through each ship
Surface
individually,
search on.
verifying
Radar eye. Air
all their radars are
surface
on.
Transmit active sonar. Sonar eye. Air surface transmit active sonar.
Yeah, we're lighting up the electromagnetic
Sonar eye.
spectrum like nobody's business. We're keeping our coffee warm with our radars.
Air transmit active sonar.
Yeah.
Sonar eye.
All the lights in Miami are flickering.
Roger. Turn.
We got so much going on here.
059.
Man, that's a big attack. This is a huge attack coming in on us. Like there's more missiles in this batch than we see, which is why it's a problem. And we got somebody up here waiting on us. We're gonna have to go identify that knucklehead. We'll send the Admiral's son after him next. We got to come up with a name for him.
Surface contact detected.
All right, so yeah, SN-19 missile, man, this is a bad missile. This is like a school bus coming at you with a freaking rocket motor, and it's supersonic. It's like Mach 2 point something. I wonder if we have data on this. We might.
Track 70. Buoy away.
Okay. I guess you have to click on the ship to find the database. It'd be nice if I could just click on the missile and tell me all about it. But yeah, it's like Mach 2 point something. It goes forever. It's like 200 miles. We're definitely within range of it. It's going to hit the fleet is the problem.
Buoy away.
All right, so let's get VF Flight 1. We did finally get that radar plane down. A little bit too late, to be honest with you.
Multiple hostile air.
Let's get these cupcake flights up. What? There we go. Okay. I don't know how we lost these guys. Like, let's bring our radar plane even closer, I guess. Like, we know they're right there. Let's go with VF Flight 2. Let's get these guys a little bit closer as well. So those guys are going to go up to there. That's fine. Let's get you a little bit closer. I don't want to get too close. Make sure your radars are on. They are. Holy smokes, this is bad.
Multiple hostile air contacts detected.
Listen. I'm jamming them with my rook. This guy here, he's doing the Lord's work. He's protecting the fleet. Where the hell's the fleet at?
Roger, turn 071.
Oh my god.
Buoy away.
This is going to be a short stream, apparently. I thought I was going to win this game. Son of a bitch. They unloaded on us. That's the Kirov and then something. There's definitely an Oscar in there. This is more weapons than the Kirov has. Oh my god.
Buoy away.
Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to find a really good point to watch this attack happen. Okay, there's our Ticonderoga. All right, good luck. I'm out of here.
Birds away, track 7068. Track 7083 is classified. Hostile warship. Birds away, track 7072. Birds away, track 7071. Birds away, track 7067. Birds away, track 7052. Vampire, bearing 76. Birds away, track 7077. Birds away, track 7078. Birds away, track 7081. Birds away, track 7082. Vampire, bearing 76. Multiple hostile air contacts detected. Contacts detected.
what I told him. I was like, listen, the New York Knicks are the best team in baseball.
On station.
No, you don't go there to watch a basketball game. You go there to be seen at a basketball game.
Birds away.
Yeah,
Track,
no.
Track 7
It's
0
fine.
7 3.
Yeah, no, we're under
Air.
attack. It's fine.
Contact detected.
Listen, we're going to be okay. It's going to be fine. Oh, look at that. That's pretty. What are we launching? I see somebody's paying attention over there. That's good. Oh. Yeah, okay. That's bad.
Birds away. Track 7 0 8 7.
Keep shooting. Keep shooting. Hey, Lord Zath, how's it going? Where's my time code at? There it is.
Birds away. Track 7 0
Keep
8
shooting.
7.
Bad guys. How close are they to the fleet? Oh, they're pretty close. So it looks like the missiles have already chosen their targets. One of which is this Ticonderoga. He's got a couple. He's got 4 missiles coming in on him.
Birds away. Track 7
Oh,
0
boy.
9.
Shoot faster.
7. New air. Contact detected.
You're not going to be shooting down a supersonic missile with your
Birds
5-inch
away.
gun.
Track 7
Good luck with that.
0 9 1.
Uh-oh. There's 2 remaining in this flight.
Birds away. Track 7 0 9 2.
My poor computer is like, too many missiles happening at once.
On station.
Yeah, this is what modern naval warfare
Birds
looks
away.
like.
Track
This is
7
fleet defense
0
here.
7 9. Vampire. Bearing
Ticonderoga is trying to protect the poor. This is a small anti-submarine ship up here. It's a Perry. Okay, yeah. Looks like we're doing good here. Just want to make sure
New air.
that my planes weren't getting shot down while this is happening.
Away. Track
Oh my gosh.
Track 7
This guy's
0
probably
8.
sunk. He has like five missiles coming at him. It's 3 now.
Vampire.
Oh, wow.
Bearing 8 0.
That was a good shot. All right, so there's 1 missile coming in on the Perry up ahead of us. I think they got him. All right, cool. Yeah, the Aegis fleet defense worked.
New surface contact detected.
It worked. Okay, so that's the Kirov.
Station.
The Kirov basically launched everything it had at us, and now it's our turn to punch back. What the hell? Okay.
Track 7 0 1 1 is classified. Neutral merchant.
All right. Gun. Cupcake.
Multiple surface.
Yeah, I'm
contact
probably going to
detected.
do all these together at once. Let's get the P3 down here. Yeah. There we go. Now we're starting to
New
see more.
Surface contact detected.
Let's-
New surface contact detected.
I'm going to turn on your...
surface
radar
contact
as well.
detected.
The P3 has a very good radar. Ooh, this guy's... Oh, I don't know.
New surface contact detected.
Let's move you guys back down to the south. This flight of 4, I kind of want them protecting our southern flank. I don't know who this is.
New surface contact detected.
All right, Hooter. That's what we're going to call him. The Admiral's son is Hooter.
New air contact detected. Surface. Contact detected.
All right.
Roger.
Let's
Turn
move our
3,
submarine
5, 7. New
hunters north
surface.
again.
Contact detected. Roger. Turn 0, 0, 5.
Yep.
We'll go.
Oh, if you want to lay down a buoy pattern like that, you hold the left control button and right click.
Roger. Turn 0.
You got to select it first. Select it, then right click.
Contact detected.
And it puts a pattern of 9 down. Oh my God. Yeah, see, it's a huge fleet. And the Kirov is a part of it. We know that. They did build... Was it 4 Kirovs or 5? I believe it was 4. So there could be more than one Kirov is my point. I'm just designating these all hostile because they're in the formation.
Contact detected.
I'm gonna sink every one of these bastards. How dare they shoot at me? Nobody makes me bleed my own blood.
New surface. Contact detected.
Oh, ASW plane.
New
I forgot about this guy.
Contact detected.
So yeah, we're gonna assemble a hell of a punch. And I'm gonna try and punch this guy 6 ways from Sunday.
Track 710.
Let's figure out, let's coordinate some times here.
Neutral.
2154 is when he's going to be in position to fight. 2159, he'll be in position. Let's see if I can speed these guys up at all. The P3 is a very slow plane. Okay. I thought I'd brought up the wrong weapons.
Roger, Buster.
And then finally my bombers. Oh, yeah, this is going to work really well. Yeah, everybody's going to be in position to shoot at about the same time. Okay. It's my radar plane. This guy's being fishy. He's not telling me who he is, so I'm sending VF Flight 41 down to take a look at him. It's probably not a radar plane because they stand out so much. We can tell who they are before they get close.
Turn 3, 3, 4.
So these guys are all not a threat. This guy's just watching. You know what? We've been attacked from this direction. I'm going to move this cap patrol up to 20,000 feet first. Let's do 37.
Roger, go to altitude.
I want these guys to stay out here as long as
0,
possible.
0, 0. Roger, turn 280.
Because this axis right here from the southwest is not protected
Buoy away.
from air attack. So I'm going to reposition them over there. I've got enough assets here to the east. I can shift south if I need to. So Cupcake Flight 1 could fight right now, but I'm trying to amass as many of my harpoons together at once. We have 16 harpoons there, 16 and 16, so that's a total of what, 48-ish? Math is hard. So it's something like that. It's a little bit less than 50. The P3s, it's a 2-flight. They've got 4 apiece, so we'll say 58 harpoons. And then the B-52 bombers are going to have, I think, 36. So we're going to be shooting almost 80 harpoons at once. Yeah, 12 times 3 is 36. Yeah. How do I determine the best elevation for planes? I'm not a aviation expert, so I don't know. But the way that I do it in this game is I put my radar planes at the top of a cake. I think of it as a wedding cake. So you got the groom and the bride at the top, right? Those are my radar planes and my electronic warfare planes. I put them up as high as I can put them. Right below them, at 20,000 feet, I put my CAP, my Combat Air Patrol. And I do that for fuel efficiency. Not that the weapons work any better at that altitude. In some cases, they don't work better at that altitude. But I just put them up there. And then all my attack planes will transit between 10 and 20,000 for fuel efficiency. And then I get them down on the deck.
Neutral, merchant.
Like my bombers right now are up there at 50,000 feet, 55,000 feet. But whenever they go to attack, I'm going to bring them down to, I think 1,000 feet is what I'm going to bring them down to. What are my choices? I know with bombers it's a little bit different. Yeah, 1,000 feet. You see how I have these choices down here? Also, the type of weapon you employ has an operational envelope. You have to be in that envelope or else the weapon won't shoot.
Buoy away.
All right, let's start knocking out these helicopters while we're waiting. I need via flight 142. Good question. That was a question in chat. But I always like to disclaimer myself, like I'm an ASW expert in real life. I'm not an expert in anything else. So I'm winging it, man.
Buoy away.
I'll tell you how to sink a submarine. And then I'll get in trouble for telling you, so.
Engaging track.
I probably won't tell you.
Dropping tanks. Buoy away.
Okay. Let's move you guys back a little bit.
Track 7-1-1.
So, yeah, a Phoenix missile against a helicopter.
Helo.
This is a situation where I'm using the wrong weapon for the target, but I don't want to get within aim 7 range, which is about 20 miles roughly, because that's going to put me within the air cover of this fleet. The SAN-6 is what? It's like a 30-mile range, I think. And the SAN-2, I think, is even longer. I think some of their missiles can reach out to like 40 miles. So I put this 50-mile bubble around any kind of hostile fleet, and I just don't go inside that bubble. That's why I'm moving these bombers back a little bit, because the bubble's creeping towards the east coast here. All right, Hooter's done his job. I need him to get up here.
Roger, turn 0, 3.
He's transiting now, so I'm going to put him up at 52,000 feet. So he saves his fuel. That blue line you see, that's his max range, endurance range. He's going to run out of fuel if he goes outside that bubble. So we'll watch him go up. I spend way too much time on the map, I'm sorry, but that's how... Whenever you have a complicated scenario like this with so many moving parts, I have to look at the big picture more than I look at the tactical picture. But I really do enjoy watching this. I wish they had this three-dimensional view in Command Modern Naval Operations, CMANO. That's why I really enjoyed this game, I think, more than CMANO. Not that this game's any better. It has, there's more fun. There's more to watch. You will watch the ships blow up, whereas in other games, you're watching essentially this the entire time. You know what's going on, but I like watching this plane guide the Phoenix missile onto this helicopter, he's trying to run away, which is hilarious. The best thing he could do right now is get right off the water. Stop moving, hover, and get right off the water. That missile would probably not hit this plane or this helicopter if he did that. So, what are we at? We're at 80,000 feet. I'm so glad they put a hard limit on these missiles from a game design point of view. Yeah, he's trying to run. He's at 600 feet. That's way too high. The helicopter knows he's being attacked. That's why he's running. And he's just not... He's not evading properly.
On station.
All right, so now the missile's arcing over. He's going to come down on top, and this is why this is the wrong weapon for this target. Is you have a much better chance to hit a helicopter with like a lateral shot. Like an AIM-7 will fly straight to the target. Oh, we lost the... Okay, now he's doing it. Ah. Okay, so the helicopter pilot is evading now, and we don't have him on radar anymore. This missile might have him, but because there's no telemetry between this missile and I guess the plane now, that's why we don't see it. I thought the Phoenix missile communicated its target back to the F-14, but apparently not, because it's not happening. If Tricky is in the chat, he might know that answer. He's pretty smart with planes. He knows about these things. That's the helicopter. No, that's the missile. I don't even see the helicopter right now. Oh, there it is. Yep. He just flared. Oh, this looks good. This might hit. That's a good shot. Oh, this is so lucky. I have no business getting this. Listen, I'll take it, all right? They've already shot at me. They started it, okay? That's what you get. Next time, don't shoot at me. All right. Okay, so that was an airliner. I'm glad I didn't shoot it down. Oof. That was a near miss, if you will. Now, they should have... The Russians do have an aircraft carrier. It's called the Kuznetsov. So I'm surprised not to see any airplanes up. But I've got our F-14s here. These guys are just waiting to pounce on anything that comes out of that fleet, aviation-wise. So the entire fleet is jammed now. It's funny, everybody's going to be in a weapons envelope right about the same time. And I'm going to shoot from about a 10 o'clock position to about an 8:30 to 9 o'clock position. And just overwhelm this defense. We're going to get a lot of hits. I'm really surprised we're not seeing any submarines up here. This is really weird. Huh. I really expected them to have submarines all up and down the strait.
Buoy away.
I might do a ASW search along this path here. That'll be later on, though. What other planes do I have here? So we got some F-15s. Got some A4s. For the F-15, what kind of...
Buoy away.
Air-to-air long, okay. You know what we could do? I could send an F-15 package. Without tanker support, they probably couldn't come down here and bomb this, so... That's fine. I think everybody's fine. Alright, so what we're going to do now is just compress a little bit of time. We're just waiting on Cupcake Flight 5 and Raygun 1 to get in position. And that's going to be in 15 minutes. So we're going to compress time to get through the 15 minutes as fast as possible. So that's interesting that they shot the shipwreck missiles at us and nothing else. Because they should have shot SSN-12 Sandbox. Because they have similar performance. So I don't understand why the Kirov shot and nobody else did. And there might... Oh, that's why. Okay, so we are outside Sandbox range. That's why they didn't shoot Sandbox at us. Okay.
New surface contact detected.
You know what? We're also outside...
Track 7118 is classified. Hostile.
We're also outside the shipwreck range. I think that was from a submarine. Yeah, it's quite possible that was from an Oscar. That attack. Holy smokes. Alright, so, that's approximately the point at which they're going to be within range to launch strikes onto Florida. So we got to make sure this red fleet stays away from that X.
contact detected.
Huh.
On station. Buoy away.
No. Yes.
Buoy away. New air contact detected.
So they are putting up more helicopters, it looks like. I'm in 20 times compression, so I'm trying not to select too many things. I don't want to give the computer any more work than it has to do. Come on, ray gun. Okay, you go there.
Roger, turn. 0,
Cupcake Flight
3,
5 is here.
New air contact detected.
Actually, where's my P3 flight?
On station. New air contact detected.
All right, so you go there. 6,000 feet.
New air contact
You guys get
detected.
down to...
Hostile surface contacts detected.
all right, we're going to come out of time compression because I have to give orders. Let's get everybody grouped together.
Roger, turn 0, 0, 5. Roger, turn
Cupcake Flight
0,
1.
8.
This is going to be a massive attack. This might be the largest attack I've ever done in this game.
Roger, turn 0, 0, 2.
Okay, it's time to bring the bombers down to attack altitude because it takes them a minute. They're all the way up at 55,000 feet.
Roger, go to altitude 1, 0, 0, 0.
All right, so they're transiting from transit to attack.
New air contact detected. New air contact detected.
I'm gonna start
Track 7.
plucking
1,
these
2,
planes
2
out of the air.
is classified. Hostile helo.
Hostile helo. Oh yeah, here we go. Oh come on.
Engaging track 7, 1, 2, 2.
Like right as I went to go shoot that guy, he went off our radar.
Engaging track 7, 1. Air search on. Radar eye. Fox 3.
Make sure all these guys have their radars on. They do. Okay, let's go with you.
Engaging track 7.
This is
1,
why I
2,
loaded up
5.
this flight of 4 with Phoenix missiles so they could shoot into the fleet and not expose themselves to counterfire. Yeah, it's the wrong missile for the target, but it's better than getting shot at. Let's watch our planes. Yeah, these guys, like I said, it's going to take a minute for them to get down to where they need to be. Ooh. Hey, Snake, how's it going? Kuznetsov and its fleet tugs. Yeah. That poor girl. Man, I was in the 90s. I was off the coast doing our thing, and we were waiting for the Kuznetsov to come out. At that point in my career, I'd already tracked Oscars, Akulas, Victors. I had done the Kirov, and of course, Udaloys and Sovremeni's, Grishas. And the one feather in my cap as a sonarman that I didn't have was the Kuznetsov. It's because the damn thing kept breaking down. I was like, would you get your ass out here so I can mark you off my checklist of ships that I've tracked? And she did eventually come out. It was like 1996, I think. I got her. But she was supposed to come out in 93. Didn't. 92. Didn't. She's a piece of crap. Yeah. That's why I'm not too worried about China. Their first 2 aircraft carriers are copies of the Kuznetsov, versions of the Kuznetsov. And I'm like, unless they completely ripped out the engines and gave it a whole new power plant, which they might have, I don't know. It's not a good plane. It's not a good. I just realized I might be at the wrong altitude for my attack planes. Okay, these guys are at the right altitude. So are these guys. Cupcake Flight 1. Okay, everybody's at the right altitude. This is fine. Oh, P3s. I even have these P3s at their best speed and... Oh my god. Are you guys not in formation? Oh, they are. Okay. Oh, these guys have 8 harpoons apiece, not 4. Oh no, no, no. Oh, they brought bombs. Huh. They've got harpoons and bombs. What? That doesn't make any sense. I gotta see this for myself because I don't believe it.
2, 4 is history. Track 7124 is classified. Hostile, helo, new, ground, contact detected.
You can't put a Mark 82 on a P3. What? No way. You could put a 500-pound dumb bomb on a P3. Listen, man.
Track 7126 is classified.
Let's see if we get this helicopter here.
SAM site. New surface contact detected. New air contact detected.
Oh, nope. That's not good. That's a miss. That's a miss. Where's my flight at? There you guys are. Let's get you back up here.
Roger. Turn 037. New surface contact detected.
Holy smokes. These things are so flippin' big.
129 is
Look at that.
classified. Hostile warship.
Hostile warship.
On
Yeah,
station.
we're gonna... Oh, you said use it? Yeah, you want me to bomb? No, man. I gotta hold on to my P3s. They gotta do another attack after this one. If I send my P3s into that
New
fleet,
surface contact detected.
they're gonna be toast. All right, how far away? Yeah, we're about 40 miles from launch. 40. Yeah, this is gonna be bonkers, man.
On station.
There's so many targets. I'm hoping that most of these are like invasion ships. Like if all these are legitimately warships, this is going to be a mess. It's going to be a harpoon or a missile
On
fest.
station.
It's going to look like the 4th of July. All right. Let's move Rook up here.
Roger. Turn 020.
crap. Hey, I'm not doing air ops at the moment. Let's move the fleet a little bit to the right. Because this ship, this Yorktown, he's in pretty shallow water here. Like, that's Miami Beach right there, right? Yeah, if you look close, you can see LeBron James on his boat. Yeah.
New surface contact detected.
All the Bitcoin millionaires and billionaires are all over there.
New air.
They got that internet magic money. All right. Everybody's grouped up. I think I could take out that helicopter too. So now this helicopter just has a surface search radar, but he'll also see the missiles going by and warn the fleet. Do you know what I just realized? I kind of need my Rook to be up here too.
016.
Yeah. So as soon as the P3s can fire, we're going to do it. Let's just see what the range is here. Yeah. So we're waiting for this red circle to reach these red ships. It's going to compress a little bit of time. This is why I said this stream is going to take like 4 or 5 hours. It's a lot of transiting. Okay, we're ready to shoot. We are ready to shoot. Let's pluck these guys out of the air. Right.
Engage track 7134. Engaging track 7133.
There he is. I was just waiting on him to come back.
Detected. Fox 3, engaging track 7135. New surface contact detected.
Why didn't we shoot at that one?
7136 is classified. Hostile warship.
What is this guy doing? Okay. I'm not sure why he shot at that one, but he did, so.
Engage track 7134. Fox 3. Track 7134 is classified. Hostile helo. On station.
All right, so he's on station. Everybody's just orbiting. We're waiting on the P3s to catch up.
Track 7133 is classified. Hostile helo.
So the idea is this entire Harpoon attack is going to be masked by my electronic warfare plane during the entire flight. So they should not see these missiles until they're within just a couple miles. And that should give us a really good chance to hit.
New air contact detected.
Oh, wow. We're running out of... Oh, that's the wrong plane. Okay. I was saying we're about to run out of Phoenix missiles, but... There we go. We got plenty of missiles.
New air. Engage track 7138. Engage track 7. Fox 3.
Okay. I gave this guy an order. Let's try that again.
Engaging track 7138. Fox 3. New air contact detected.
I wonder if there's like a second fleet down here or something. These... I don't know. I just don't know why they keep popping up down to the south. But if these guys are dodging missiles, they won't have time to see our attack as well. All right, so we got 3 more minutes to launch. Let's check their altitude. Altitude is good. Let's double check the range. Okay, so we got to get a little bit closer, it looks like. So let's move everybody up a little bit. We're right at the edge of Harpoon range.
Track 71.
I want to make sure we're well within it. You know what I'm saying?
Hostile helo.
Where's Cupcake 1 at? Cupcake 1, there he is. Let's get you right up in
Roger. Turn
it.
0.
These two guys,
9,
Cupcake
5.
5, right up in it.
Roger. Turn
And
0.
ray gun.
8. Roger.
Okay.
Turn 0. 9. 6.
Let's move this back out to 50 nautical miles. Just kind of using that as my reference. Okay. Shoot this guy down.
Engaging track 7133.
All right, we're 2 minutes from launch.
On Fox 3. Track 7139 is classified.
Got him.
Hostile helo. Track 7140 is classified. Hostile helo.
All right, everybody should be out of Phoenixes at this point. No, he still has 2.
New
Alright, so we're going to work... I'm going to work bottom to top. These are probably picket ships. Very large. Here we go. We're going to hit the very large echoes first. So there's 3 of them right there. 4, 5. Holy cow. Okay, so this is the group we're going to hit. Okay. Because I moved the launch point up, it also moved the time up by 2.5 minutes. Let me just double check the range. Yeah. This red circle's got to be over that very large radar return. Okay, everybody's jammed. We'll watch this missile come out of space on top of this helicopter. Hey, Justiflob, how's it going? Thanks for 46 months. I appreciate that. He says, staying alive. Cheers. Yeah, cheers. Yeah, the Varyag is PLAN. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's just a... It was built in Ukraine, which is actually a good thing. Ukraine built great ships for the Soviet Union back in the day. Now Sevmash shipyard is the best shipyard. That's the one up in the north. Kola Peninsula area, White Sea. Yep.
On station.
All right, we're going to wait and see it. Oops. Let's do that. See if we can spot the helicopter here. Oh, there it is, right there. Oh, it dodged it. Good job. Good job. Let's take your aim. Oh, wrong one. Ghost Riders.
Engage track 7, 1, 3, 4. Fox 3. Engaging track 7, 1, 3, 9.
All right, we're 50 seconds from launch.
Fox 3. On station.
I really hope this doesn't crash my computer. This is going to be a lot of missiles. All right, we should be in the launch window now. Let's check. We want to verify this first. Yeah, just getting into launch window now. Yeah, we're not going to watch that. All right, let's start this process. Let's go back to real time. And here we go. Salvo. Try to get this zoomed in just right.
Multiple air, surface, contacts detect. Weapon away. Weapon away.
No. Yes.
Track 7, 1. Weapon air, bad track, type.
Guys, you have more weapons than that. Come on. No, they don't. Okay, fine. Return to base.
Roger, RTB.
All right, now we need the bombers. Bombers. shooting these 8 at a time. That's why I'm using the menu.
Engage track 7130.
Cupcake 1, where are you? There you are. How many do you have? 16, right?
Engaging track 7111. Salvo fire. Engage track. Whip it away. Whip it away. Roger, RTB.
See ya.
Whip it away. Whip it away. Engaging track. Whip it away. Engaging. Whip it away. New air. Contact detected. Whip it away. Whip it away. Roger, RTB.
Come on, boys. Time to launch. Time to go.
Track 7. Whip it away. Whip it away. Roger, RTB.
All right, get them out of here.
New air. Contact detected. Engaging track 7103. Salvo fire.
Yeah, my poor computer's chugging. Hang in there, man. This is the largest attack I've ever done. This is
air.
bonkers.
Contact detected.
Like, I don't dare go into time compression. We're in real time now, and it's just... Oh, it's so bad.
Whip it away.
There it goes.
Whip it away.
Just want to verify that they have launched all their weapons. They have. Oh, don't collide. What are you guys doing? Holy smokes. Oh my god. You're way too close to the fleet.
Roger. Turn 303.
This guy's brave as hell, but man, he doesn't need to get that close.
Roger. Turn
All right.
2.
So we're jamming the radars as the attack goes in. I want to keep these helicopters busy if I can. If we have any more Phoenix missiles. Yes, we have a couple.
Engaging track 7.
I want these guys evading, not looking for the attack. So there is about 80 missiles in this group. And we're attacking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ships with 80 missiles.
Fox 3.
I overmatched each one because, remember, the math is 6 subsonic missiles per target plus each supporting ASW vessel or anti-air vessel. So a fleet of this size that has about 16 ships in it, you know, that's 22 missiles per ship, which we're not even reaching that. Each ship has about about 8 to 12 missiles on each ship, and I should have 22 on each ship. So even this may not be enough.
Contact detected.
This is bonkers. Okay. Yeah, the horizon's going to light up like the... Let me, how many miles away are we? We're 24 miles out right now. If we've done our job right, they won't see these missiles till about mile 7 to 8. So I'm watching the missile range down at the bottom. It's in that little box. Right here. I got my cursor on. It says 22 nautical miles to this one right here. 26 to that one. So whenever these numbers reach 7 to 8, I'll expect to see fire. Ooh, look at that. You can see all the harpoons. And this is just one of the flights. We have like 6 of these flights coming in. Yeah, I explained that math briefly in my previous naval analysis video. You should watch that one if you... It's only like 10 minutes long. It's not very long at all. And I explained how you do the anti-ship missile math. I give you the rule of thumb, which is what I just used, and I also tell you how to actually calculate it. When you have an attack this big, you just use the rule of thumb. You'll be fine. I've got 90 gigabytes of RAM in this computer, and I think I'm using every one of them. It's like 96 or something.
7143.
We're 13 miles out. Now, if we... Oh, shit. If we weren't jamming, they would definitely have seen the missiles by now. We're well within their anti-air range. You can see the ships on the horizon. We're 11 miles from target. So this is the effectiveness of electronic warfare, jamming their air search radars. Oh, here it comes. So they started shooting right around 11 miles. This is a big fleet. This is huge.
New air contact detected.
Trying to see if there's any aircraft carriers. I think that's the aircraft carrier right there. I think that's the Kirov, or Kuznetsov. Kirov is a battle cruiser.
Air contact detected.
Yeah, it's got an island in the center. It looks like. Oh, that actually might be the Kirov. Yeah, because the Kirov, if you look at it at its profile, it looks like a pyramid, and that's very pyramidic. I think I just made that word up. Yeah. This is real time. It's just my computer's struggling to keep up with all the math. See, now they're doing missile defense. Wow, we got really close before they started doing that. Yep. Should start seeing some hits now. That's a Utiloy. Utiloy has very good point defense, but it's very short range. Trying to figure out if that's... Looks like the Kirov there. I haven't seen a single hit yet. Yeah, that's definitely a carrier. Oh, yeah, for sure. Okay. Right? Is that the Kiro?
Hit track 7-1.
Okay, we finally got some hits.
8.
Yeah, okay, that's Kirov. Okay. Okay, so some of these are supply ships.
Contact detected.
Awesome. So this is what we want to destroy. Jesus Christ. Apparently that was an ammunition ship.
7-1-1-1 is classified. Hostile warship.
What is that? Oh, here's the... This is the Kiev. This guy should be launching Yak fighters at us. So we got a Sovereignty, we sunk a Slava,
Surface. Contacts detected.
we sunk a cannon, we sunk a supply ship. This guy's on fire. Oh, yeah. This guy's toast. Okay. There's one lone Harpoon all by himself. Oh, he's going up against the, Oh, that was sad. Okay. Yeah, there's more than one Kirov in this fleet. There's a little ship up here. Well, we definitely put a hurting on him.
Hit track 7103.
It's a Grisha. What the hell is he doing out here? He doesn't have enough fuel to get out here. Ah, this is the Slava. This is what was shooting sandbox missiles at us. Actually, they didn't launch any of those. It's all... see these sandbox missiles? I actually got a tour of the Slava once topside, and I was able to walk by these missile tubes. They're huge. These things are huge. They're like ICBM tubes. That's how big they are.
Surface contacts detected.
Yep. All right, so what did we get? We got a Slava, Sovereignty, a cannon, the Chilkin, 2 Chilkins, and we set a lot of stuff on fire, including the Kirov, the Slava. That's a supply ship back there. Yeah.
Air contact detected.
Yeah, we put a hurting on this fleet. That was good. All right, now we got to do it again. So let's find you guys.
Engage track 7164.
Everybody should be heading back to base. Okay. We haven't checked on these guys in so long. I'm making sure everybody's where they're supposed to be.
Roger. Turn 007.
All right, so apparently there's no submarines up in this area. That is unexpected.
Surface search on. Radar eye. New surface contact detected.
Everybody's RTBing, right? Yeah. Now, I don't have a base for my bombers.
New
Sorry, that's so loud.
surface contact detected.
Let's get the bombers back up to 50,000 feet. Let's just do it down here at the bottom. There you go.
Roger, go to altitude 3700.
Now there's Patrick Air Force Base here. Patrick Air Force Base airfield is big enough for our bombers.
Roger.
I'm going to try and land them there. Oh, I'll see if the game will let me do that. It's possible the game won't. Okay,
On station.
yeah, we're going to start RTBing a lot of people because we have to do that attack one more time.
Hostile air surface contacts detected.
So everybody's coming back out. So this VF flight, I'm going to start moving him back to base. Yep, let's move you back to here.
Roger, turn 016.
That flight. We have one more.
New air contact detected.
Yep, let's shoot it.
Engage track 7172.
Yeah, so we kind of ripped the center out of this
New
fleet.
air contact
I'll come in at a
detected.
different angle and
New air
hit him
contact
again.
detected.
I guess I'll keep VF 142 there for a little bit.
Track 7.
We've got to start thinking about flight deck management, getting these guys back home.
Roger, turn 287.
Okay, so while everybody's transiting back, I'm going to go ahead and launch another attack. I don't know how many A6s I've got left. It says 7. So we'll launch all 7 of them. And the Eisenhower, how many do you have left? I didn't see the number, but it can't be too many. Yeah, he's only got 2. Yeah, so this attack won't be as large as that last one. What other... Oh, yeah. I forgot I could do that. We'll launch all 10 of those. Same with the NIMS. The S3 are anti-submarine planes. Can launch harpoons.
On station.
All right, cool. You know what? I'm going to keep these S3s on the deck in case we come across a submarine. I'll need them to react and get it. I'm very confident there's no submarines up here, but I'm not going to hang my hat on that. I'm not going to risk the entire fleet for that assumption. Yeah, because these guys are going to have to refuel. I've got 2 S3s already out there doing the ASW thing. But they're going to have to come back and land soon. Okay, so I think we're in a good spot here to time compress. Yeah, this will probably be part of the video that I cut out whenever we edit it for YouTube. So let's mark this time. What, are we 2 hours into this? Yeah, 2 hours and 7 minutes. We're going to do a lot of time compression here.
On station.
Let's move our flight. These guys are going to get shot down if I don't move them, so... This is really annoying that they have the same name as another flight.
Track 7.
Where the hell is it?
72 is classified. Hostile helo.
Is it this one? It is that one, okay. So you guys are at 20,000 feet. Let's just move you back a little bit.
Roger, turn 2.
Where's my rook?
1.
Okay, rook goes back
Roger,
to here.
turn 214.
All right. This little guy is worth his weight in gold. This is the electronic warfare plane. Man, these guys are priceless. We could run some attacks on Cuba, but the primary mission is to sink this fleet, so that's what we're going to stay focused on. So we're going to do this. I'm going to compress time. We're going to go to a 20 times compression, and I'll be right back.
On station.
Cool beans. We back. We back. Oh, man. I still have 20 times, so I still have my fleet.
New air.
I do.
Contact detected.
Hey, we didn't get sunk. All right, cool.
New air. Contact detected. Roger. Turn.
What the fuck?
09. Roger. Turn 276. Roger.
Thank you.
Turn 07. Roger. Turn 080. Roger. Turn 080. Roger. Turn 080. On station.
Trying to get all these attack planes
Roger.
going
Turn
in the right direction.
082.
Cool.
New
Oh,
air.
yeah, we don't want to do that.
Contact
Not at 20 times compression. We don't want to go to the 3D view. That's not going to work out well for anybody.
detected. Roger. RTB.
All right, so he's about out of fuel. Let's RTB him as well. I really hope that we can land these planes in a, quickly.
New air. Contact detected. New air. Contact detected.
Yeah, we're not going to shoot down all their helicopters. They probably have more helicopters than we have missiles. Let's RTB this guy.
Roger. RTB.
Looks like their sonar buoys ran out. Let's put another sonar buoy field down
We'll
there.
go.
Just keep sonar buoys in the water here.
Confirmed. VID track.
Okay, and that's that. Read some chat.
Roger.
The newer Tychos can focus their radar as a weapon. Oh, yeah. That's getting into electronic warfare. I'm not going to talk about that at all. We can do amazing things with our electronic warfare suite. The new SWEP upgrade Block 3, which is our latest electronic warfare package. We put it on the new aircraft carriers. It's on the new Arleigh Burkes.
Contact detected.
It's been backfitted on a lot of ships. That thing is incredible. I saw a demonstration of it physically damage some material. Like, it shoots so much energy, it can actually damage material. I wanted to write an article for Warzone about it a couple of years ago, and I was told no. I was like, come on. They're like, no, are you nuts? Yeah. I probably would have had an interview if I had done that. So, in hindsight, I'm glad I did not write that article. You know what's funny is I've written articles for a Warzone since 2020, and for whatever reason, none of those got me in trouble. Yeah, there's more details in those articles than I ever put out on YouTube. I probably shouldn't say that because now people are going to go back and read and get me in trouble. So I'm really hoping that, like I said, we can land these planes quickly. It's helping that not all the airplanes are arriving over the carrier at the same time. So that's good. Do I want to get a visit? No, I don't. I don't want to get a visit. I like being a law-abiding citizen of the United States. Please don't mess with me.
New air. Contact detected. Buoy away.
So this is our next attack.
Away.
That's why I'm staying in 20 times compression. I don't dare go any faster just because there's so much going on. This is a huge scenario. And I just don't want to give the computer an excuse to crash, you know.
Roger, RTB.
I have to say, they've done a world of improvement on making this game more stable and more efficient. The game's been out in early access now for 6 months, I want to say. And it's light years ahead of what it was when it was first released. So.
Roger, turn 0, 1, 4.
How much fuel does my plane have here? Yeah, he's got plenty of fuel. I just want to make sure that I can jam the radars again during this next attack. And I got to figure out how I can land. I'm going to try and land these guys. This is my bomber fleet. Like, can I manually tell them to... Can I... See, normally you would say, oh, I can rebase them. I want to rebase you guys to here. Shoot. How does that work? There is no base for them to return to. Okay. If I click rebase, do I have to rebase them one at a time? I don't know. I'm going to bring it into real time just for a second because I really want to rearm these bombers.
Contact detected.
If I can. I'm going to try and give it an individual order. Rebase. Yeah, it won't rebase to that. I've been to Patrick Air Force Base a number of times. The airfield there is pretty large. I'm sure a B-52 could land on it, but for some reason it's not going to happen on this game. Okay. Yeah, let's compress some time again. Update our little range circle. And we'll do another attack here.
New air. Contact detected.
Oh, we'll read some chat. PH has added me to the chat. I don't know who PH is. Should I know what that means? I have no idea.
New surface. Contact
PH means
detected.
Philippines to me. That's the
Roger,
first thing that comes to
RTB.
mind.
Multiple.
Leave the security links to War Thunder. Yeah, I know. Man, yeah, the people on War Thunder forums need to calm down. Stop giving away details. I mean, Jesus, that's so dumb. That's so dumb. And they're doing it in a... Well, one, they're trying to brag that they know the knowledge. That's the first thing. They're also complaining about the game not being realistic. It's a video game. You're meant to enjoy it. It's not a simulation, as much as you may want it to be. You know, this is more of a sim than War Thunder is by a lot. Oh, shoot. Okay. So we got to make sure these guys line up properly. So let's start managing this flight a little bit. We want to be right... Oh, my gosh. I'm going to have everybody go right to there. 2325.
Roger. Turn
2324.
0, 8,
okay.
0.
So they're within a minute of each other. This is going to work out really well.
Roger. Turn.
This guy's going to be the early bird.
9.
So some of them will have to loiter for 5 minutes. Yeah.
Roger. Turn 0.
And I'm also going to check everybody's altitude here. Yeah. I never told them to go up to transit altitude to begin with. So now they don't need to come back down again.
Turn 0, 7, 5.
So this attack obviously is not going to be as big as the first one. Because it's what? That's 10, 17. It's only 19 planes. And they each have 4.
Roger,
Well,
RTB.
that's not true because the The ASW planes only have 2. What is that? Oh, it's part of the Bahamas. Okay. Yeah, so for simulation purposes, these guys have returned to base, but there's no... They didn't actually put the base... Actually, the base would be right up here. But they didn't put it there, so... I think they did that intentionally so you couldn't rearm and reload these guys and attack the Russian fleet over and over again. Because look how far the Russian fleet has to go. This black X is the approximate location that I expect them to be within strike range, quote-unquote, of the surface of Florida. So we're definitely going to get this attack off, and it looks like they're coming through the Bahamas. This is really dumb. I could put a submarine in here and just wreck the fleet. Which is, let's fucking do it. Let's do that.
Turn to course.
Albuquerque.
037. Hell my.
They're going to be there at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. All right, I'm going to risk it for the biscuit and put you at a flank bell.
Ahead flank. Maneuvering eye.
We are going to have to clear the path for them. So let's grab Scout 1 here. Drop some sonar buoys right there.
Go.
Let's grab Scout 2.
Roger. Turn.
And let's drop some sonar buoys. Right about there. There we go. That way we'll make sure we're not running the Albuquerque at a flank bell in shallow water into a trap. Also, I'm sure there's no submarine there that has anti-ship missiles anyway, because it would have already been shooting at us if it was that close. So we ended up getting 6 ships with that first attack. That's really good. And some of these other ones are damaged. You know. Oh, isn't that pretty? Look at that. That's nice. This game does look good. Not as good as me, but pretty good.
Roger. RTB.
RTB. This is a Sov Remini. You don't want to get in a gunfight with a Sov Remini. They will mess your world up. These round turrets, forward and aft, they shoot 100mm rounds. That's a big artillery shell. And these guns fire about 1 round every 1.5 seconds. So you're getting, you know, it's got two barrels. So you're getting 6 rounds in the air every... No, you're getting 3 rounds in the air every 6 seconds. No, it's not that much. It's 2 rounds every 3 seconds, roughly. Yeah, 2. And it's got 2 of those turrets.
New surface contact detected.
And that's continuous fire. It's water cooled. The barrels are water cooled. So they can fire until the magazine's empty. This is a new feature they added to the game. I don't know if I like it. It's light and dark themes. Whenever it's dark like this, I can't read the ranges. Like, I can obviously read the range of the red numbers, but take a look at this. You see this little gray number here that says 268? That's the bearing. And then over here, in this gray number, it says 49.7. I find that hard to read, so I'm going to take it to the light. I think this is easier to read. I kind of get why they did it. It's okay. It's just not for me. Okay, let's go ahead and compress time again because we're just waiting on these knuckleheads to get in position. Oh, no. Oh, okay. As long as Rook has got fuel, we're fine.
New air.
I probably should launch more cap.
Roger. RTB.
Yeah. I don't want to overwhelm the aircraft carriers. They've got a lot on their plate already. But we do need to get some F-14s up here because these guys have no air defense at all. But for whatever reason, the Kiev, which is part of this fleet, we saw it, isn't launching any fighters. And I don't know why. They should be launching fighters. Now, the Yak-8 is a terrible fighter. It's the Russian version of the Harrier Block 1, the bad one. And it's a poor imitation. Like, it's really bad. But it's better than a helicopter. You know, in terms of air-to-air. You guys need to turn around? Okay, good. Whew.
Buoy away!
So what I'm going to do, I'm going to deny these helicopters a place to
Buoy
land.
away!
That's my thinking right now.
On station. On station. Track 7198 is classified. Hostile. Helo. New
Yep.
air. Contact detected.
You can see our list of aircraft is getting shorter. That means they are landing at a good pace. Yep.
Buoy away!
Make sure everybody's returning to base.
Buoy away!
That was the problem I had earlier, is my planes weren't landing fast
0
enough.
is classified. Hostile.
And
buoy
I'll tell you
away.
what it was. I had two mods installed that were conflicting with each other. Not so much to give me an error message or crash the game, which is why I didn't catch it, but it forced the aircraft carriers to not do anything until a plane landed and went into the hangar, which takes like 5 minutes to do the whole pattern.
New
So
air.
I was landing like one plane every 5 minutes, and I had like 30 planes in the air.
720
I didn't finish. The scenario ended before I got all the planes back.
Buoy away! Buoy away!
All right, we're going to start with Top
Buoy
Cat.
away! Buoy away! Buoy away!
Top Cat. Where's Top Cat at? There he is.
On station.
Let's see. What is your... Yay, we're here. Okay, let's go back to real time.
On station. Whip it away! Engage track 7102. South, whip it away! Engage track 7104. Salvo fire. Engage track 7104. Salvo fire. Engaging track 71. Whip it away!
Okay, just double check my weapon count here.
Whip it away! Roger, our team. Engage track 7101. Salvo fire. Roger, RTB. Roger, RTB. Roger, whip it away! Whip it away! Roger, RTB. Track. Roger, RTB. On station. Roger, RTB.
Okay, that's that attack off. Rook has plenty of fuel. AWACS has plenty of fuel. And because our planes are landing at a good pace, I'll be able to get another cap out there. I think we'll watch this attack happen first. And we can actually compress a little bit of time on this one. Yeah. So we'll wait till the range gets within 13 nautical miles, because that's when they started firing last time. It was like 11 or something.
Buoy away!
Range right now is 40. We're watching the Salve Remedy range right there.
Track 7203.
36.
Is classified. Hostile warship.
Hostile warship, yeah. Yeah, baby. Yeah, I probably didn't need to put that many on the Salve Remedy. Oh well. I just wanted to make sure the Salve Remedy got wrecked. Because they shoot the SSN-22 Sunburn missile. It is a nasty anti-ship missile. It's very fast. It can sea skim at like Mach 2. Like, most missiles, whenever they get to the sea level, can't go that fast. Sunburn can, because it uses a freaking rocket to sustain that kind of speed. But because it uses a rocket, its range is relatively short compared to like the shipwreck missile that has a sustainer motor on it. In fact, we will take a moment here to get the exact speed. Yeah, 1300 knots at sea level. It is a low profile, which means it never goes above cruising. It doesn't loft during its transit. All right, we're at 12 miles. Let's go back to real time and watch this attack happen. Sovereignty's toast, I know that. Oops, come on. Okay, I chose a missile that's kind of towards the rear end of the missile formation so we can watch the engagements in front of us. We want to be looking to the east. All right, I know it's getting dark, so it's hard to see, but there's the fleet's like right here. I think.
Buoy away!
Yeah, we're only 14 miles away from the target this missile that we're watching going to. The Sovereignty, we should start seeing some gunfire here. Yeah, we're 9 miles out. I don't see any. Oh, there it is. So we've got defensive fire now.
Buoy away!
There's two ships side by side right there. They're popping chaff. Yeah, I put way too many missiles on the Sovereignty. That poor guy doesn't stand a chance. But it's also a waste of missiles, you know. I could have retargeted those missiles to the next large target. Okay.
Buoy away! New air contact detected. Hit track 710.
Sovereignty just is getting hammered right now. That looks like a Kirov right there. He's still alive. Yeah, there's at least 2 Kirovs and a Slava remaining. Yeah, for some reason, all the Harpoons that went this way targeted themselves on this one ship. I hope it's worth it. I hope it's a big ship. Doesn't look that big from up here.
Hit track 7102.
It was the Slava. This is one of those landing vessels. Yeah.
Roger, RTB.
Oh no, that's Kirov. Sorry. He's trying to protect somebody else over there now. Oh, so this is interesting. These are Harpoons that missed and retargeted themselves, which is really cool that they do that in the game. That looks like the Kiev. That thing's still floating somehow. Yeah. Wow. This is a tough little ship here. Well, little. It's a big ship. It's an aircraft carrier. All right, so we have 2 missiles remaining. One, oh no, they didn't retarget. They straight up missed. This missile does not see this ship. Is it gonna hit it? That's weird. Yeah. Okay. It's funny, had the missile not, you know, scuttled itself, it probably would have hit that ship. Another Slava. Oh my god. They have a lot of Slavas left. Holy smokes. Remember, they haven't shot their sandbox missiles yet, which is what these missiles are. And there's, what, 16 there, and there's 16 up here. Yeah. Yeah, screw that. What did we get? The kill count looks like it's... Oh, we got the Kirov. Yeah. Burn. Burn. Okay, good stuff. Sovereignty and Kirov are toast. Literally. Now, this guy had already spent all of his anti-ship missiles at me, so this is not as big a victory as it looks like. The ships that are really concerning me right now that the Sovereignty's gone, are the Slavas. They can, you know, shoot 16 apiece. There's 2 of them, 32 missiles. Who's that over there? Can I click on him? So there were 2 Kirovs. This is Kirov number 2 here. And he's dead in the water. Alright, for those of you that pay attention to my sub-brief channel, what kind of sonar system is on the Kirov? I'll take the Russian name or the American NATO name. Either one's fine. Alright, everyone's RTBing.
Air. Contact detected.
Let's watch air ops happen.
1-5 is classified. Hostile warship. New air. Contact detected.
Okay, so while this guy's landing, if my mod is working properly, I should be able to take off
Contact detected.
an F-14. We'll do a 2-ship, and we'll watch it happen. So as this plane lands, these elevators should start working. Yep, the elevators are working, okay. And that plane should land at the same time. Because this is proper... this is proper CVN operations. This is why one of the reasons why your landing strip is canted at an angle, so you can recover aircraft and still use the forward 2 catapults to launch aircraft. This is what was not working earlier on a different game, different playthrough. So I'm glad that's been resolved. This is really cool how it lights up. You can even see the ball right there. I don't want to get too close because it's going to get loud, but you can watch the ball as the guy comes in on his glide path. He's got his wheels down. Oh, that's true. There could be 2 Kiev classes. That's a good point. Yeah, there's nothing saying that there's not two aircraft carriers, because I've got 2 aircraft carriers. They should have 2. But 2 Kirovs is a lot. I mean, come on. The thing that's probably going to surprise me, if I lose a ship, it's going to be to a submarine. Whew. Yeah, see, the planes are taking off. Awesome. They're taking off at the same time these guys are landing. That's great. Bravo. Alright, so that's my cap replenishment. Let's come down here. VF-41, same name. Alright, let's get these guys up to 20,000 feet. And back out to here.
087.
I do have this cap right here, watching the southern flank, but there's nothing going on down here.
Air search on.
I really expected more coming out of Cuba than what actually happened. But the game's hard enough. I don't need it to be any more hard. She said. So let's grab this. I want to be absolutely certain.
Confirmed.
But there's no submarines in this area. Like I said, they would have been shooting cruise missiles at us
Confirmed.
if there was a submarine here, unless it was one of the few Russian submarines that don't shoot cruise missiles. Like a very early, you know, oh geez, what would be a good example? A very early Kilo. A Kilo would be one that in the 70s and 80s did not shoot cruise missiles. That was a relatively new technology. Now, don't get it twisted. Russians had submarine-launched cruise missiles all the way back in the 60s. They actually had them before we had them. Well, it's hard to say. Okay, the Americans had the Pegasus missile that the submarine had to surface and take like 30 minutes to set up the launcher to launch one missile, a Regis missile. So I guess technically we did that first, but the Russians were shooting from a submerged position before we were. And that was the real threat, that they didn't have to surface to do that. You know, it was still noisy, it was still slow. It wasn't 30 minutes, but they had to come to periscope depth, they had to slow down, and then they started making all this racket because to pressurize the system and raise the launchers and all that, took a lot of hydraulics, and all that made noise, all of it. And so we would have a heads up 5 minutes, 8 minutes before they actually launched. And so that was the time to get the weapon. Obviously, we never really did that, but if we were in a war, that would have been the time we had, the time window, to get a weapon on the target before they launched their missile. And that's why whenever you're shadowing a ballistic missile submarine, you don't just open the hatch and shoot. Those ballistic missiles take time to spin up, get the target package installed if it's not already, if it's not pre-loaded. And I don't even want to get into what that is. But my point is that it takes time, 5 to 10 minutes window. And so you want to be close enough that the moment you hear that procedure starting, you can get a weapon on the target inside before they launch that ballistic missile. So that's why whenever they started escort starting, Russians have always escorted their ballistic missile submarines with a fast attack, like a Victor or an Akula. Now it's a Yasin. And the whole point of that submarine is to keep the NATO submarines away, to give the ballistic missile submarine time to launch however many missiles they're going to launch before it gets destroyed. The ballistic missile submarine being destroyed is a given. That's going to happen. It's just, how many missiles can it get off first? You know, that's kind of the game we played with them. It was a fun game. It was good. I enjoyed it.
Buoy away. Roger. Turn 0.
Hey, there's Miami at night. Look at that. They do such a good job of modeling this. A lot of this is hand modeled, but there's also a setting to generate. It says generate land. So I think some of it's like AI. I don't know if AI is the right term, but auto-generated. I'll have to catch back up with the devs on that, because I know one of the things that took so long to make in the game was all the land assets, the buildings, the lights, the vehicles. You know, all that stuff was done manually. But I think the terrain, if I understand it correctly, is auto-generated. But don't hang your hat on that. I'll have to talk to the devs. I'm on their Discord, so I can always shoot them a question. My point is that it looks great. I love it. It doesn't make me want to go back to Florida, though. There's someone I know who's thinking about moving back to Florida, and I'm like, why? You know, why do you want to do that? But I guess he's got family and friends down there, so I'm like, what am I, a chop liver? You know. All right, cool. Yeah, I guess we just compressed time again. Let's mark the time. We're 2 hours, 48 minutes. We're going to do another edit. Oh, these are all my notes for the, if you guys watch the YouTube video I released yesterday. Oh, and by the way, nobody saw that. I had less than 10,000 views. I had like 8,000 views, much less than normal. So screw you guys. You guys probably aren't going to get part 2. Because nobody watched that video. I was like, what happened? My audience just was not interested at all in that topic. And I put a lot of work into that. Yeah. I joke about it. I mean, it's just one of the things. It's funny to me, and I joke with my wife about this, is that some of the videos that takes me the longest to write and produce and, you know, just do all the groundwork, and then the recording of it's like simple. It's all the work that goes into it before the recording that sucks up all the time. It seems like the more work I do on a video, the less views I get. So, like, if I just throw something together and kit bash it and put it up on YouTube, it'll be fine. I'll get 30, 40,000 views, you know, in the first month, which is all I want. That's average for me. But you guys rejected that video yesterday. You were like, screw this. And I kind of get it. It's kind of, I honestly did not do a good job promoting it because it's a congressional hearing and those are boring as hell. But I edited it down to just the 10-second bits, you know, so that you got the point. But people are just not interested in it. So maybe I'll stay away from congressional stuff. I don't know. The thing is, with the Subbrief channel, talking about shipbuilding, submarine building, weapon development, technologies, those things, those topics are very important. They really are. And they're not exciting. So I don't know. Like the people who get it, the 8,000 people that watched it, those people get it. And I'm happy with them. Some of them might be you. Someone here watching this right now probably did watch my video yesterday. Just wasn't many of you. It's a little embarrassing. Yeah. But yeah, I put a lot of work into that video. Nobody watched it. I guess we just got to recover aircraft at this point. Can I put my P3s back up? No, they're still refueling, rearming. All right, let's time compress. I said I was going to time compress minutes ago and I didn't. So I'm really happy with the stream. Technically, we haven't lost any frames. We've lost 0 frames right now. We've been streaming for almost 3 hours. No frame loss. So I think we fixed it. And when I say we fixed it, my internet service provider fixed the internet. It took months. And do you know what they did is, well, one, I was persistent. I was like, you need to come back out here and check it again. And I had the guy, the technician, and I'm not going to say his name or nothing, but it was the same technician over and over again. And he was really cool with it. He was like very helpful. He wasn't mad that I called him out over and over again. It's not like I was calling him directly. I was calling the company and they sent him, you know. And they essentially went to the curb of the street and they ripped out those connectors because they had been there for 20, 30 years, however old they were, and put all new connectors from the curb to my house, and then even went into my house where my house is wired, and replaced all of the connectors up to my switch. After my switch, it's my responsibility. And actually, after the demarc, it's my responsibility. But and the demarc is where the internet comes into the home or business. That's called the demarc. They came into the house and did all the connections and wiring all the way up into my where the router is, and then the router feeds the switch. And apparently that's worked. Apparently that's fixed it. So that's great.
New air contact detected.
So I'm very happy with my internet service provider again. Maybe we can go to 30 times compression. I don't want to go too fast. But yeah, we're going to get Albuquerque. There's a chance that Albuquerque gets into firing position before we sink all of these guys with airplanes. That is a possibility.
classified. Hostile helo.
I'm going to put these guys up at like
New
37,000
air.
feet.
Contact detected.
Trying to keep these guys in the air as long as possible.
New
Now, the downside
air.
to that,
Contact
before y'all
detected.
get excited, is I'm doing some contract work for Department of Defense right now. Subcontract work, to be technical. It's not like they reach out to me. No. They reach out to other people like Lockheed, and then people in those circles reach out to me. It's called subcontracting. And I don't have as much time as I used to have, so we're not doing a lot of streaming just because it works now. I'm just glad that it does work.
New air.
I really hope
Contact
whenever the current contract I'm on is finished,
detected. New air.
I'm hoping I can talk
Contact
about it
detected.
because it's really cool.
Track 7-2.
We're trying to save lives.
0 is classified.
American lives.
Hostile helo. New air. Contact detected.
We'll see. There's no guarantees on that. I don't mean to tease it. It's just something I'm very proud of. You know, it's funny. A lot of things I'm most proud of in my life I can't talk about. The fuck? Yeah, that's crazy. That's funny.
On station.
Oh shit! What is that? Oh, it's an island. I thought that was a submarine. I swear I thought that had just popped up whenever we were zoomed out here. Anyway, that's how like yeah, right.
RTB.
I don't have an interview. No shit. Whoa! What was that? There was an airplane there for just a second.
Track
Oh, what?
7224 is classified. Hostile helo.
What, am I seeing things? I'm gonna go back and check the tape. I might be losing my mind, but I could have swore I saw. I'm gonna turn on your radar.
Air search on. Radar eye.
They shot. There's another wave of missiles coming. I think there's another wave of missiles coming. I think that's what that was. Yeah, it just happened again.
3, 4, 5.
I think there's some sandbox missiles right here. And this AWAC should be seeing it, though. It's definitely close enough. This AWAC's here. Let's move him into the path of where I think missiles are coming.
071.
VF-41. Let's go ahead and have these guys land. There's nothing going on down here. Which I get. The poor scenario creator was like, that's enough units, no more units. You know. Like,
Roger, RTB.
realistically, Cuba should be a beehive of Russian airplanes coming after me. Like, if I were to make this mission, I would keep everything the same, and I would just add a lot of air bases in Cuba. Yeah. But, you know, you have to put a limit. You have to stop adding units at some point. Oh, there we go. We actually got a classification on this one now. This is a Petya. That's what I do to my dog. Petya. Yeah, this is a small ASW ship. Let's bring up the unit reference and talk about it. This is a coastal like corvette. I mean, the Russians call it a frigate, but it's a tugboat with a gun and a sonar system. It's very old. Project 159. They're light frigates designed in the 1950s, and they have no business being off the coast of the Bahamas. Like the Grisha, these guys have no endurance. They'll be topping off their gas tanks with the tanker every single day if they're, you know, doing some kind of transit.
Contact detected.
But I'm glad they're in the mission. It's fun. All right, let's compress some more time. Right now, we're recovering aircraft, we're rearming and refueling, and then we'll get another attack up. Those helos got some hot dates with missiles? Yeah.
New air.
That's true.
Contact
That's true.
detected.
Good point. We could, I didn't bring too many Phoenixes, but I'll put one on that guy.
7, 2, 3, 1. New air. Fox 3.
Did he already shoot? Oh, it was his wingman that shot. There goes the Phoenix. Oh, look at the moon. That's really cool. I like the little glow they put around it. All these little details they did just make the game look great. Oh, shoot. Slow down. I'm in 20 times compression. Oh, man. All right, so flight lead has got one Phoenix. I'll put a Phoenix missile on that.
Engage track 7, 2, 3, 2.
We'll watch
Fox 3.
watch this missile come in.
On station. Track
Okay.
7, 2, 3,
Oof.
1 is classified.
I can't see
Also,
nothing.
Helo.
You know what we'll do is we'll see the Helo's flares here in a second. He's 6 miles away, so we're kind of looking down. I know it's hard to see on the stream. Oh, I can hear it. Where's the flares at? There they are.
Track 7,
Oh, you didn't
2,
flare in time. You are the flare now. Yeah, that's not good. That's not how you dodge. No, no, no. Let's see it. Let's see if his wingman does any better. This Phoenix missile's still going to space. Oh, wait a minute. Is that the sun? And that's the moon? That's not how that works. Well, maybe. I suppose if you're up high enough, it is. That's exactly how it works. Okay. Never mind. Hey, listen, I'm not an astronaut. I don't know how these things are. Leave me alone. All right, we're 6 miles from target. Let's see if this guy flares any better than his wingman. This is why I shouldn't live stream. I say stupid stuff. People are like, that man's an idiot. I'm like, yeah. I know submarines. I'm a one-trick pony. Oh, that's not how it's done, buddy. All right. There's one right there. I'm just curious if we can watch this. There's so many people trying to land right now. Let's see if we can... I'll do a little bit of time compression and see if we can see... If we can't see anything, I'll go back to the map. But what we have is we have carriers side by side. Where's my other carrier at? There he is. So he's landing planes and I'm landing planes. Yeah, this isn't really working.
New air contact detected.
Okay. Yeah, we'll just stay on the map and I'll crank up the... There we go. We're up to 30 again. I don't want to go any faster than 30. So it looks like these slowpokes back here are probably damaged.
Roger, RTB.
So we have 6 combatants. So 36 missiles is going to be 9 A6s. And then you have to add one for... Oh, wow. So 5... That's an additional 30 missiles. So 66 missiles is how many A6s? It's like 15. So we got to get 15 A6s ready
RTB.
between our 2 carriers. Guess we can read some chat while we wait.
On station.
There are more F-18s at the bottom of the ocean than submarines in the sky. That's true. Yeah. We keep chucking those F-18s overboard, man. I know it's not funny. I find it funny. I don't know why. It's just, it's so ridiculous. Yeah. That's why I find it funny. It's just stupid. It's just bad luck is what it is. The Truman has had the worst patrol. They ran into a cargo ship right outside the Suez Canal to kick things off. Then they lost 2 F-18s overboard. One was on a tow truck, if you will. They call them tow trucks, but it's about the size of a golf cart. It's very small. And it was towing the F-18 onto the elevator that brings it up and down to the flight deck. And whenever it's on that cart, it's attached to the ball like a trailer hitch. There's more to it than that, but not much more.
RTB.
And somehow, the story is they took evasive action, did a hard rudder,
RTB.
and it just tore, the weight of the plane just tore off the tow truck. And those tow trucks are weighted. They're very heavy, but not heavy enough, I guess. And then the second one was, the second F-18 they lost was on landing. Something happened where they had to eject. And thankfully the pilot and whoever's in the back seat of an F-18, it was a two-seater.
RTB.
It was like the WEPS. It's like the radar operator. It's an electronic warfare plane. And that's what's really bad about losing that one, is a lot of that electronic warfare sitting in the bottom of the Red Sea right now.
Roger, RTB. New air.
We got to get that. We can't let anybody, especially the Russians, have our electronic warfare pods. That would be bad, bad, bad. Let me grab my... Come on, man. Give me a thing. All right. Let's start moving people back.
Roger, turn 2-6. Roger, turn 2-6-2. Roger, turn 2-5-9.
Yeah, there's a chance Albuquerque gets to engage, which would be fun. I'm sure Albuquerque would like that. Oof, we're still landing planes. I might be able to go to 50 times compression. No, the game itself is limiting me to 30 right now. Probably because we have so many things going on. We got sonar buoys everywhere. Did we actually? Yeah, those planes have landed, or coming. The scout planes are landing.
On station. On station.
I'm trying to simplify the air. I'm probably going to cut all this out of the YouTube video. This is the boring part. So whenever I saw the scale of this scenario, that's when I knew I had to live stream it, because it was just too long. There was no way I was going to get this done today as a video. I try to give you guys one of these videos every Wednesday, rather. So with this working though, maybe I can stream on Wednesdays. Maybe we can make that a thing. I'll have to see. I'm still not 100% sold that the internet's fixed, but it's working well today, so got that going for it. Someone wants the new F-35s. Yeah, I think we're selling the F-35 to too many people. That's a really good plane, and God forbid we ever have to fight somebody that we sell it to. That's my concern. There's some nations out there that we were cool with for a long time that started acting like jerks recently. And I'm like, man, they use a lot of really good equipment because we sold it to them. So, yeah, I think we need to chill on selling the F-35 to everybody. But that's a lot of money. You know, there's no stopping that. People are going to make their money. According to the tapes, enemy plane that keeps popping up. Oh, did you go back and check, Kirby? Okay. So someone's launching a radar plane, and for some reason it's popping up. It was near my Rook 1 a couple times. I think that's just a glitch. I don't think... Obviously, it's not really there. Or else we'd definitely see it. I think it's whatever aircraft are going on down here. I don't even know why these units are in the game. They're so far away from the fleet. Like, I was really hoping that this would turn into something. But the whole battle is moving north from the very beginning of the scenario, away from this whole... whatever this is. And this isn't even a goal. This isn't like a... It's not a mission. Our mission is very clear. It's to prevent this fleet from getting within striking distance of Florida. And I've estimated that to be right here. So now, if they come through the gap like they're doing, I suppose we can move this. So we want to prevent them from getting... And I'm just using 100 nautical miles as a reference. So that's what we're trying to stop. We don't want them to come past this longitudinal line right here, whichever one that is. Oh, it moved. Oh, that's weird. Oh, okay. It actually makes sense now. So I'm going to do this. This is the... That's the tripwire. If they get their ships past that line, they were successful. They may only have a Petya, you know, it may be an ASW ship from the 1950s, but it's we can't let them pass that line. You know what we should do? Yeah, let's go ahead and get our strike group back up. I am going to launch some more Phoenix missile flights just to keep knocking down those ASW helicopters, because it is looking like our submarine is going to be involved in this fight at some point. So, yeah, it's the air-to-air intercept, not the long range. The intercept has 4 Phoenixes. So we'll launch a flight of 4. How many A6s do I have ready? How many A6s on the other one do I have? Oof.
On station.
Where the hell's my other carrier at? Oh, he's way up here. Yeah, I'm not going to give him any orders until he gets back in formation. Oh, this is really dumb. Like, if there was a submarine up here, we'd be so toast. There wouldn't be anything I could do about it.
Ahead flank. Maneuvering eye.
I'm going to try and get the Baltimore up ahead of him. Okay, let's... I've got one carrier that's doing something that's usable, so we're going to go ahead and use him. I'm going to get some ASW planes up because I'm nervous now. We're doing really well. It would really suck to lose an aircraft carrier because one of them decided to go ahead of the fleet.
On station.
So I could launch 10 A6s. I suppose that would be enough. I'll tell you what. Let's launch another electronic warfare plane. Let's relieve the AWACS. We'll get all those guys rolling. trying to grab these guys here. Why is it not doing it?
On station.
There we go.
On station.
This guy's radar. Yeah, the radars are on. I'm sure there's helicopters here. We just don't see them. That's why I'm bringing the other flight out. I'm going to bring that other flight, you know, right to this black line and start shooting down helicopters. Because once the helicopters are gone, I can get the Albuquerque into torpedo range pretty safely. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to give this guy any orders. Oh my god. Apparently I was giving this guy orders the whole time. I thought I was giving the other carrier orders. Ah, that's frustrating. Okay. I definitely had... Dwight Eisenhower was selected. Oh, okay. That's the Eisenhower right there. Okay. That's self-inflicted. I did that. He did exactly what I told him to do, so I can't be mad about that. Let's go ahead and get these guys up to 20,000.
Roger. Go to altitude 20,000.
This is my new ASW flight. Just get them up here.
Turn 009.
Is this guy in the air? He's in the air.
Roger. Turn 0. Roger. Go to altitude 20,000. Roger. Go to Roger. Turn.
All right, so I got my relief flights up. Once they're on station with their radar on, I'll have the other guys come back to base. But I really need Eisenhower to stop doing flight operations, please, and get your butt back in formation. All right, so this guy's going to land on... what's the other guy called? Nimitz. Okay. All right, that should be the end of flight ops. Oh my god, it still says performing flight ops. Who else is landing? Oh, he's got to get into the hangar. Okay. Once he's in the hangar, Eisenhower should turn around and get back in formation. And then after that happens, we'll land people. All right. I'm going to compress some more time here. You can watch all the planes get on station. Tomcat Flight 1, we're going to disband the formation.
Roger. Turn.
You
Roger,
jerk.
turn,
I clearly have
0,
Tomcat 1
9,
selected.
6.
Okay. Let's drop some sonar buoys here so we don't get torpedoed.
Confirmed.
All right. Looks like Eisenhower did turn around. He's returning to formation. Yay. Who is this? Via Flight 41.
Buoy away.
Okay.
Buoy away.
I thought I told him to head to the east. I guess I didn't. These are the guys that are going to shoot down the helicopters. I'm actually going to get them down to like 6,000 feet once they're on station. That way the Phoenix is a lot... It'll probably still loft because the Phoenix is a lofting missile, but it won't stay lofted as long. Alright. Let's check the Nimitz flight deck. How many A6s do you have fueled up again? There they are, 11. 11 are ready. So, I'm going to go ahead and launch all 11. Oof. Okay.
Buoy away! Buoy away! Buoy away! Buoy away! Roger. Buoy away. Buoy away.
Oh, man.
Buoy away. Buoy away. On station.
All
Buoy
right.
away.
Ray gun flight 1. I wonder how many ray gun flights. We're going to have 3 ray gun flights.
Buoy away.
Flight 1, 5, and 9.
On station.
Got one more. Okay, looks like they're all on station to me. So let's grab them and just say go. Yeah, here I guess.
Roger. Turn 10. Roger. Turn 105.
I don't know why it does that.
099. Roger. Turn 098.
It's like whenever you select a contact on the contacts list, formation managers list up here, like this one, it can be highlighted, but on the map I'll have a different unit selected. Wow, they're growing. No, it's still 6. Okay. So this pet ship we can just ignore. I'm not even going to shoot a harpoon at it. Do not care. These other ones, these very large, so we know there's a Kiev. So we have a Slava, a second Kirov, and a Kiev. I think that's what those 3 are. Those are going to be my primary targets. And I may just focus on those 3, honestly, because we got to get those dead. That's English, I swear. Got to get them dead. It's like a Pokemon commercial. All right. Is my carrier back in formation yet? Uh-oh. Did I? Okay. Why are you dead in the water? You're facing the wrong direction, buddy. Okay. I don't know what's happening. Formation management is not the strong point of this game. Honestly, it's better than some other games, but man. All right, let's compress time. Let's get these. Whoa!
4.
It let me go all the way to 100 times compression.
Hostile warship.
Just make sure there's no surprises on the map anywhere. No. Man, Albuquerque is hauling butt trying to get to our launch point. Okay. Let's bring it back to reality here. Let's go to flight VF4-1. Now these guys are going to go hunting for helicopters. So I want them to be at about 3,000 feet.
Go to altitude.
Turn on your radars.
Search on. Radar eye.
And I expect there to be 2 to 3 helicopters, you know, out here looking for submarines in front of this fleet. And that's who we want to shoot down.
Air search on. Radar eye.
Yeah, it's doing that thing again where you don't...
Search on.
I tell the whole formation to turn the radar on, and they just don't do it.
Radar eye.
Like the... well, maybe this is the way it's supposed to be, I guess. Flight lead will turn his radar on. But I wanted all 4 to have the radars on. But I guess maybe it would be more realistic if flight lead had... Yeah, you would only need 1. You wouldn't need all 4, so... That's probably working as intended. It's probably hard to see, but there's 4 F-14s right there in a wedge formation. It would be nice if all the helicopters are gone. That'd be nice. Yeah. So this longitudinal line is about where I want to shoot the harpoons. Let's go ahead and make sure everybody's going the right direction. Yes, we want... You guys are going to be right about there. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, Kermie, I've been keeping an eye on these. I sent an A7 up here to identify this one. And this one was a fishing trawler. So... Now that we have these ASW planes, we could actually do a quick flyby again. VID that one, and then VID this one. I can't wait to see the playback tape. I'm recording this for TacView replay that I'll probably make a video of. And I want to see where the Russian submarines are. And was that first missile attack an Oscar? Because it kind of seemed like it was. Is everybody done with flight ops? They are. Good. Let's slow this fleet down. Let's go to like a head 2/3 or something.
Head 2/3. Maneuvering aye.
We don't need to be going balls to the wall the whole time. Alright, he's finally in formation. I can actually use these A6s now. And it's been so long, they're probably all refueled. Yeah, they've got all 10 available. Oof. Make sure we put the right bombs on it. Let's launch all 10 of these. Okay. Yeah, all the helicopters are gone. That is unexpected. I really thought they would keep pumping them out. 'Cause I know we didn't shoot them all down. We saw that they had at least 3 more. They're probably being refueled right now. But the fact that they don't have any additional to replace them while they get refueled means that we've shot down almost all of them.
Track 7235 is classified. Neutral, merchant. Track 7112 is classified. Hostile, warship. Track 7194 is classified. Neutral, merchant. VID track.
Did it really call that one a warship? I'm pretty sure it was talking about one of these over here. Yeah, so we got a Kinda, a Pecha. I don't care about either one of those. It's these 3 or 4 in the middle that matter. And I'm just going to blast a hole right through the air defense with this group of, right here.
Track 7238 is classified. Neutral, merchant.
So we've got 4, 4, and 2. Okay, so they're up in the air.
Roger, turn 0.
I'll tell you what, these 2 flights might be enough to end the game.
Roger, turn 0. 9.
That's kind of what these carrier op battles turn into, is if you can survive the initial attack,
Roger,
which we did, obviously,
1, 0,
you can just
0.
methodically wear them down, because the Russians get one shot to overwhelm the Aegis fleet defense system. And to be fair, they almost did. They got a lot of those missiles very close to us. But the Ticonderoga, especially when you have 2 like that, and we had a Perry helping them out, and the Aegis connects all those weapon systems into one battery, essentially. That's what makes it so powerful. It's a very good combat system. Are we there yet? I think we're there. No, we're not there yet. We're just very close. All right, so that's that.
On station.
Let's make sure we're jamming them. We are jamming them. Oof. Okay, and they're at the right altitude. Oh. Let's check. They're at 2,000 feet. I think that's... I honestly don't know if you can launch from 2,000 feet. You probably can. Let's try.
Engaging track 7-1. Whip it away. Engaging track 7. Whip it away. Roger, Roger, RTB. Engaging track 7-2. Roger, RTB. Whip it away.
Is that right?
Roger, Roger, RTB.
Okay. Well, that ship's dead. I really think that's the Kiev. And I think that's a Slava and a Kirov. And then the Albuquerque can take out the other ones. Alright, how's my other flights coming? There they are. We'll watch this attack happen when it gets close again. Just like last time. Can you run out of harpoons on carriers? You should be able to, but I don't know if they do that. Like when the game gets released into full 1.0 version, there should be arsenals, missile counts for every ship. And there are for the main systems, but for reloading the aircraft, I don't know. I would expect them to have that in the final version, if it's not already in there. How many miles out are we? 30 miles. So we'll wait till we're within 15, and then we'll take a look at it. I'm really hanging my hat on that this is the Kiev. If this ends up being a Petya or a Grisha, I'm going to look like an idiot, because I just shot a billion missiles at it. 20 miles. Hey, the helicopters are back up, so they were refueling. That's interesting. All right, 14 miles. Let's go ahead and ride along with our cruise missiles. I don't want to get too close because it's going to get loud. And we're looking basically dead east. So on the horizon, we should start seeing gunfire.
New air contact detected.
New air contact detected. We're about to find out if I guessed right. It's funny how we have classifications on the two smaller ships and not the larger ships. I would expect that to be the other way around. Yeah, it's a big ship, so we got that part right. I don't know if it's the Kiev or not, but she's big. The ships way off on the horizon are trying to shoot too. That's pretty cool. Yeah, this looks like the aircraft carrier to me. So I'm glad I shot as many missiles as I did now. It's definitely not a waste.
Hit track.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Screenshot that.
Missile launch, missile launch.
Missile launch? At what? At our harpoons, right? Oof. You got 3 harpoons coming in on you, buddy. You're about to have a bad day.
2, 4, 7.
Yeah, you can hear the primary engine turbines winding down. Yeah, that's a nice little detail. All right, let's move these guys back a little bit. So we did take out the Kiev. That is definitely sunk. Not that she was launching airplanes anyway. I wonder what was going on with that. I don't know if that's a bug or if that's just... Maybe that's the way they set the scenario up, but the aircraft carrier should be launching more than just helicopters. So, just something to think about, I guess. All right, where's my next wave at? There she is. Let's... Actually, I need to take a quick break. Let's... We'll sit here and watch this guy burn for a little bit. This will just be 2 seconds. I'll be right back. I think that's the Kia, or not Kia, that's the Kirov right up there in the distance. All right. Hey, thanks for sticking with me for so long. We're going on hour number 4 here. Appreciate that, guys. Or it's, well, 3.5. Sorry, 3. I was rounding up a little bit. I hope you're having a good time. This is a YouTube video, so I wasn't reading a lot of chat, but most of you guys are just chilling out anyway. You think 6 harpoons? Yeah. Also, the Kiev was damaged before in the earlier attack, so it was more than 6 total hits. Okay, everybody's in position, so we're just going to compress time again. Ooh. It's letting me go all the way up to 100 times compression. You really don't want to do that, even though you can. I think it's anything after 30 or 30 and above. It starts skipping calculations. The game engine does. And so obviously if you have any weapons in the water or in the air, you know, you don't want to be skipping calculations during those times. Where's my fleet at? I think my fleet is going through the sonar buoy field right now.
Roger that.
I think it's right here. Yeah. You know what? It would be very cheeky if there was a submarine right here.
Confirmed.
So I'm going to do that. Oh, this is a mess. Everybody's zigzagging, going all which way. So this is very large. I want to target these 2. We're not within range though. So let me put the range marker on the back target. Farthest away target. And we're going to come right to here.
Roger. Turn 088. Roger. Turn 089. Roger. Turn 091.
It sucks that these 2 are kind of getting in line with each other. That's going to make the harpoon job a little bit more difficult, because they may end up going after the same target, even though they shouldn't. Or that's not what we want to happen. I haven't forgot about these back here, but these guys are so damaged that I'm not really that worried about them. I'm trying to think about how I'm going to divide my attack up. Honestly, I should focus on sinking the Kirov, because we know there's a Kirov left. And I think the other guy's a Slava that hasn't shot his sandbox missiles yet. So let's play it safe and take those out. And then I'll... Cupcake can... there's only 2 planes in Cupcake flight. So I'll have them go after the Petya. Yeah. Let's compress. Okay. Double check that they're being jammed. They are. Excellent. Okay, here we go. All right, let's shoot the furthest one first.
Engaging track 7. Whip it away. Roger,
Oh my God.
RTB.
There it is. I'm going to split this attack up.
Engage track 7, 2, see, whip it away.
I'm going to try and grab the
Engage
Kinga.
track, buoy away.
Come on, launch your missiles, man.
Whip it away.
Did he already launch?
Roger, RTB.
Oh, he already launched. Okay. So, I changed my mind at the last second there. I took Cupcake Flight and I broke up his attack between the Pecha and the Kinda. Because I think they'll... I know the Pecha has like
Buoy away.
almost no point defense. It's got these guns. They'd have to get very lucky to hit him with these guns. The Kinda does have some point defense. Yeah, it's got missiles, so... This one, 2 missiles may not be enough for her.
Buoy away.
Okay, so everybody's going back to land. We're sanitizing the area up here. Albuquerque's... I don't know. We'll see how this attack goes. I really want to get a submarine involved at some point, but the air war is happening so much faster. Which is that's just the way it is, you know. All right, let's which flight I want to see the Kiev. I want to see the Kirov get hit. Make sure it sinks. So we'll watch this missile here.
Buoy away.
And we'll wait till we're within 15 miles again.
Buoy away.
You know what's funny is the Pecha might get hit first. I didn't plan it that way, but it's the way. All right. So because the Pecha is going to get hit first, I wonder if the other vessels are trying to defend the Pecha, even though it's not a high-value target. All right, we're closing on the Kirov. Pecha's to the right. I don't see any gunfire. We're within 10 miles now. Or no, we're at 13 miles. Never mind.
Buoy away.
There it is. You can see it now. Oof. Sorry, my camera control's not that great. So I don't see any gunfire. Is that the Pecha right there?
Buoy away.
We might see if she takes a hit. All right, we're looking to the south now. We should see an explosion up here. Yeah, it's right there. That's him right there. Countermeasures.
Buoy away.
Come on.
Hit track.
Okay, Pecha's toast.
2, 0, 3. Track.
That was the easy
1,
one.
0, 5 is classified. Hostile warship.
All right, so Kirov is trying to defend the Slava, which is interesting.
Buoy away.
Oof.
Hit track. 7, 1, 0.
Nice.
5. New air
Kirov is
contact
toast.
detected.
That's a big victory there.
New air contact
All right, this is on the Slava. Oh shit.
4.
That's not how that's supposed to happen.
Warship.
Oh, here we go. Final report. With a heavy heart, we report the failure. What? Despite your tireless efforts, we failed. The strategic objective, control the Florida Strait, could not be achieved. Soviet battle group and by massive airstrike broke through our defensive lines. What? The political situation is tense. Soviet leadership is celebrating the advance. They're calling this a victory. What is this, Pakistan? You get your shit handed to you and you call it victory? By the Indians, no less. On behalf of High Command, we thank you for your resilience and your leadership. Oh my God. How did we lose? What? It is with a heavy heart that we report the failure of Operation Caribbean Thunder. You realize their entire fleet is sinking, right?
New air. Contact detected.
Yeah, okay, it says decisive victory. That's odd. What the hell? I never saw a single submarine. Yeah, weird. Okay. I think we triggered something that wasn't supposed to be triggered, and I don't know what it was. Yeah, that was wild.